What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Kirk, back again with the next live, man. How you guys doing? Today is Memorial Day, and I am back with a live. Checking this out. Let me see this. All right, there we go. How you guys doing, man? Wait a minute. Let me jump in my chat. How you guys doing? Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Memorial Day, Memorial Weekend. All the truckers that's out there chilling at a truck stop. Just home with the family. Spending a long weekend after driving this whole week. You know what I mean? You guys know what time it is. This has been a hectic week for everybody. So, you know what I mean? But for all those folks who are on the road, man, shout out to you. Drop your location in the chat, man, so I can big you up. Welcome to everybody. Big up to Tony. Shout out to Mr. Smith, man. How you guys doing? Big up to J5 Empire, him and his wifey, man. Everybody is out here. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Detroit is in the building. Big up to all the people that from Detroit that are a truck driver, man. You know what time it is, you know what I mean? Come out here with these trucks and you make some money and you run up and down in Canada from Detroit. You know, if you live in Detroit, Michigan, or anywhere in Michigan, it would be nice if you have your authority that allow you to go to Canada, because guess what? You can pick up from Chicago to Canada and you'll be right there back home in Michigan. And a lot of the time going over Canada, you get a good loads going over there that pay good rates. So that's one of the things that Detroit that they have over us. You know, if you guys live right in the border of Canada, and so you guys can get a lot of Canadian load going over Chicago, Wisconsin, Minnesota, all those areas. You can go drive right across the border and go into Canada. You know what I mean? Even New York, you know what I mean? You can jump from New York over to Canada, Buffalo side. Big up to all the guys who are dropping in, man. Mr. Dean, you're in the building. Jew World. Shout out to Jew World, man. I'm telling you, man, I spoke to some people the other day, and I'm telling you, man, you guys are amazing. I'm telling you. I do this YouTube thing, and let me tell you, man, I don't take nothing for granted, because some of the time when I listen and talk to you guys, I get so inspired and motivated to do what I do. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't do a live yesterday because me and the wife was on the road. We have no babies this weekend. Yes, we have no kids. The kids are away. So it's just me and her alone. So that's why you see I'm in my living room, in my dining room, because if these guys was around, they don't care about being quiet, man. They would run up and down and make a bunch of noise. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about being quiet. So we're here by ourselves. But I want to talk to you guys today, man. Today's Memorial Day. And as you guys know, today's, we're chilling out. We're just kicking it. But some of you guys who are truck drivers, you're stuck at a truck stop. No problem. We're going to talk about how not to get stuck at a truck stop the next Memorial Day, because some of y'all miscalculate and now you let a broker let you sit in at a truck stop from Saturday or from Friday till Tuesday. Or you got, this is why I got to talk to your boy Kirky Fresh, man. If you watch my channel, you hear we talk all the time about this whole entire weekend and being stopped at a truck stop. My drivers or people that come on work or mentor with me, they will tell you, I never let that happen to them. You get what I'm saying? I never let any of my drivers or people who come to me for mentorship stuck at a truck stop. Because, let me tell you why. when a holiday coming up, there's a calculation that you got to do. And so if Friday was going to be a long weekend, you've been in business long enough to know that whatever you calculate, make sure that on Friday you are fully loaded. All right. And I'm not talking about fully loaded going 700 or 400 miles. I'm talking about driving across the country. Like this weekend would have been a perfect weekend for you guys to get like from out of Jersey all the way to California, because guess what? It's from east to west. You get what I'm saying? And so you can run your truck pretty much across the country. You have a long weekend and you guys wouldn't have any issue. All right. But as we know, some of you guys who are not calculating, you let these brokers and dispatchers mismanage your route. And now you stuck at a truck stop watching your boy Kirky Fresh on Monday, and you've been there from Friday. Can't let that happen, man. You know what I was doing last year, Memorial? I was in Miami with my brother and one of my driver riding ski bike and betting on horses. That's what I was doing. And this year is a little different, but you know, I'm in CDL class, so I can't get to leave because my test is coming up Friday. But I'm just saying, man, you gotta be able to calculate. Anyway, and another thing that I talk about is brokers who just burn you guys outright, and now they're in Miami. They're in Miami with their girlfriend in one of those damn Airbnb fancy hotel or apartment. They're riding ski bike. They're out there getting on their yacht with their buddy while they're burning you on a couple load this week, and you end up at a truck stop spending the weekend. Or even some of you worse, even some of you guys dead at home. Can't let that happen. Don't let that happen to you guys, okay? That's not good. I couldn't tell when last I spent a weekend just sitting. Like I couldn't tell when last I did that. I'm always on the move. You get what I'm saying? And that's so critical, because when you come out here, especially you have a long weekend like this, time is important. And if time is money, and if it's either you're out or you're in. So if you decide to run this weekend, then if you calculate on Monday, this is why I told you guys, for all you guys who watch my channel, this is why I told you guys to have a plan when you come out here. Because take for instance me, if I know it's going to be a big weekend like this, right? I would load my truck Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because that's what I did last year. No, actually last year it was different. Last year I left my Pennsylvania Saturday, and I remember I went to Oklahoma, and then I went to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Miami. You get what I'm saying? And so I was in Miami Saturday morning, down in I think I was in somewhere down in Miami, and we spent the weekend down in Miami, me, my driver, and my brother, and we were there from my brother was there from Friday, and my driver was there from Friday. I came in Saturday morning about 7, and so we start partying Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and we delivered Tuesday, and we was out of there. So if you were local, like say you were in Jersey, you just book a load Friday or Wednesday, Thursday. You load the truck Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you took off on Saturday. You be in Miami by Sunday. Get what I'm saying? And then you just go ride some ski bike today and eat some jerk chicken. But again, you got to know how to do that. You get what I'm saying? Partial is the way to do that, man. That's why I love partial so much, because it's so much freedom. You get what I'm saying? And most of the time, and this is why another big issue I want to talk about. This is a perfect example of brokers telling you guys they got to pick up today and deliver tomorrow. Because mind you got to pick up Friday. It doesn't get delivered till Tuesday, right? But most of the time they're trying to tell you to pick up today and deliver tomorrow. Listen, guys, It's a bunch of BS, okay? All of these brokers have time and that. All of these brokers, they have time and to deliver the load. Let me give you the rules. All you guys who don't know the rules, let me get a pen and paper. All you guys who watch my channel. Matter of fact, I got 10 people in the live and I don't see anybody hitting the like button, man. Come on. I got 15 people. But get your pen and paper. Let me break this down. All jokes aside, let me teach you guys something. You are selling a broker time. You're selling him weight, meaning the weight of your truck. You're selling him your time, which is your time to deliver the load. You're selling him your weight of your truck, and you're selling him your space on the truck. Those are the three important things you're selling a broker: time, weight, and space. Okay? Whenever you are negotiating a load with a broker and that load come with any type of criteria, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to break those down. Anytime you have a criteria that is required for you to deliver that load, you should be getting more money. Okay? Good morning, Mr. Tyrell. Shout out to you. So, people be like, well, what are you talking about? Well, let's talk about it. If you go and pick up a load and the broker said that you need to deliver tomorrow, that is called expedite. You need to charge for that. That is considered a dedicated load. You get what I'm saying? A dedicated rate is different from a partial rate. This is why sometimes you guys will call a broker and they're like, man, I'm trying to put it on a trailer because I don't have box truck dedicated money. This is why they tell you guys that. Some of you guys just let that blow over your head. Because dedicated rate is different than if I can deliver it Friday or Tuesday or next week or whenever. That rate is different than if I'm supposed to deliver tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That's a different rate. That's number one. Number two, if you have to put a seal on your truck, you know what? Let me go and see how much people hit the like button, man. Come on, man. You got to hit the like button. If you have to put a seal on your truck, that is an extra charge. I'm gonna break it down. You know what? Let me stop telling these guys this stuff, man, because these guys, I don't think y'all want to hear that, man. If y'all want to hear what I'm saying, man, just let me know in the chat, because I don't see nobody hitting the like button. Probably let me change the subject. I got 12 people hitting the like button. Shout out to Mike, man. How you guys doing, man? Big up to you and wifey. Oh man, not Mike, sorry, Rick. Oh man, Rick is having a ball right now because he's in Miami. You get what I'm saying? He's in Miami. Man, I wish if I was, man, if I didn't have my CDL, I would, you know, me and the wife would come down, but I can't leave because I gotta be, this is my final week. I'm supposed to take this test Friday. But anyway, hit the like button, man. As you come in the live, hit the like button. If a shipper put a seal on the truck and they're telling you that you pick up 4 pallets, if you pick up 4 pallets, right? Let's say you pick up a partial, 4 pallets, 6 pallets, 8 pallets, whatever it is, and they put a seal on the truck, especially if they put one of those big red, sometimes they come red or yellow, where you got to use like you know, one of those big thing to break it, one of those big pliers to break it. That's a separate charge. You get what I'm saying? You have to charge a broker for that, because let me explain how this works. Let me tell you guys, let me give you guys a little back story of how this whole shipping and receiving thing works. See, I keep telling y'all, man, I've been around the block a long time. But let me finish though, because I want you guys to understand. If you pick up today and I say I got to deliver tomorrow, that's considered a dedicated load. That's a dedicated rate. That's a different rate than what they're trying to give you. That's number one. Okay? Number two, if they put a seal in the truck and you can't break that seal because on the paperwork it says the seal number and the whole shebang and you can't break it, especially if it's one of those big seal, that's a you need to charge more for that. You need to charge more for that. That's a different rate. If you have to load the truck, there's a charge for that. I don't care if it's on the loading dock to the truck or you have to go and physically pick it up from the ground using a lift gate into the back of the truck. That is between $150 to $175, sometimes even $250. You get what I'm saying? See, y'all made brokers run y'all trucks. Y'all got to stop do that, man. You get what I'm saying? So, if you pick up a load and they said that you are going to load in a truck before, and these some guys have been making this huge mistake. You can't load the truck and then call the broker after. You can't pick up a load the truck, and then 5 miles down the highway, you call the broker and say, hey, by the way, I pick up the load, but I have to load the truck myself, and now I want you to give me some extra money. They're not going to give it to you. You get what I'm saying? You negotiate that before the pallet goes on your truck. If you pick up, I don't care if it's 5 pallet or 10 pallet, you make sure that you call and negotiate driver assist. You hear me? If you go to the shipper or receiver and you have to wait anything over 2 hours, you're supposed to pay detention. Get what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to get deeper than that. I'm going to give you guys something today. Big up to you, Richard. I'm going to give you guys something today. This is Memorial Day, so let's drop it. Let's just drop it today. Hit the like button, man. If you have to load the truck, then you have to wait anything over 2 hours. If you have to unload the truck. So let's just say I go and pick up a truck. I go pick up a load, right? It's 6 pallet. I show up and I say, hey, I'm here to pick up so-and-so going to Chicago. And they said to me, it's going to be a couple hours before the load is ready. Right? And I sit there for 3.5 hours. The moment they tell you that you're going to have to wait, you notify the broker. The clock starts there. And detention chips in after 2 hours. Or some brokers, it depends on the time it chips in. If you wait for 2 hours or wait for 3 hours or 3.5 hours, you're supposed to be collecting detention. If you go inside and they say, we're ready for you, but you have to load the truck yourself, that's detention plus driver assist. And it's the same reverse if you were at a receiver. If they told you to wait, and then when you get a door, they tell you got to offload your truck, and you waited 3 hours, it's the same process. You guys listening what I'm saying? I don't think they're listening, man. I think they want to hear something else. Anyway, guys, you got to hit the like button, man. You got to do that because too much of you guys are coming out here and you're running these trucks and you're missing out on money. You're not getting these extra money that is out here in the trucking business. And so some of the time you guys are you're going in your pocket and spending hotel, and all these other stuff. But you guys are not taking full advantage of the truck, of the fact that you guys have extra money. I know people they go to shipper 10 o'clock in the morning, never leave till 3 o'clock. Then when they get the load, they can't fit the load. And then by the time they try to do a recovery, it's too late. And on top of that, they never get detention. I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys got to cut that out. You get what I'm saying? I hope you guys are taking notes. So let's go back from the beginning. Let me tell you how it works in shipping. By the way, I used to work at a warehouse. Shout out to my man John over there in Newark. These guys are managing. Shout out to Jonathan, man. You know, I got some guys. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to Gordon. I got a lot of people who have opened my eyes about the shipping business, and they brought me around the computer. See, when I was working at my last company before they shut down, back in I think they closed down in 2018. I was there, but I wanted to know more than just picking up load and delivering. So a lot of the stuff I tell you guys, man. Shout out to Tia. Tia was the girl who was responsible for all the paperwork, man. And I used to ask questions, bro, and they used to show me. That's the crazy part about me. You know, I would say stuff, I would ask questions, and they would like, all right, man, let me show you. Shout out to my mom. Good morning to my mom. She just dropped in the live. Hey, mama, hit the like button. All right, hit the like button. You come in and you never hit the like button, because if you hit the like button, your boy Kirky Fresh would see. All right, so hit the like button, mom. But anyway, so I used to ask questions. I used to ask how much these load pay, where all the stuff that you guys are trying to figure out. I used to ask those questions. And so I got Tia, Gordon, John, Jonathan, I got a Nick, a lot of these guys who are responsible for all that entire paperwork and all that. They show you the money, the software, how they do all the breakdown. And I used to see that. Let me say something to you guys, okay? And it's like anything in any business. You talk to the right person, you know what's going on. That's basically what it is, all right? But let me say this, man. When a shipper contact a broker for a truck, okay? Let me give you guys a process. They will tell them, I got 5 pallets going to North Carolina at the Amazon. I need it to be picked up no later than Friday. It's 5 pallets, 4,500 pounds. What is your rate and how much you charge to do that pallet, those 5 pallets? And they will ask for a quote. And the broker would say, well, at $2.75 a mile, we'll calculate the mile plus on top of that the service charge, right? Yes, they charge a surcharge. You get what I'm saying? You will end up paying $2,200. Let's just use that number, right? So you got 5 pallets picking up out of New Jersey, going down to North Carolina, and it's going to, and you guys are, I'm going to tell you why I use Amazon, because some of you guys, you hear me say stuff and just fly over your head. I'm going to break it down to you. It's $2,200, 5 pallets out of Edison, New Jersey. Okay? You got 5 pallets, Edison, New Jersey, to North Carolina down in Charlotte, right? And the weight is 4,500 pounds, and they're going to pay, they charge $2,200, okay? The broker would say, okay, cool, you want that deal? Okay. Shipper said, okay, I accept it. I'll pay $2,200. Send me a truck. Then they take that load and they post it on the dot board. Hope you rent a company, guys, listening, because a lot of you guys out here with your rent a truck, You guys need to pay close attention to what I'm saying. Because you guys, a lot of rent a truck guys come on here and you guys are missing out on a lot of these extra money because you watch these videos and you think it's about just booking loads. But then when we talk to you, you got 5-6 hours of detention that you miss. You got driver assist that you miss. You got, different address that was given to you that was 4 or 5 hours away from the, not 4 or 5 hours, but 3 hour, 45 minutes away from the original delivery address that you guys missing out on. You guys missing out on all these extra money. Listen, shout out to Mr. Smith, man. Shout out to Mr. Smith. Because I'm telling you, man, we get it down. When me and Mr. Smith was working last week, we get it down. We get him all type of extra money. Broker sent him to one address. The guy said, I'm not going to be there. Because, of course, everybody get out of here. Guy pops a new address. And we just charge a broker to go to the new address. And then on top of that, we charge for driver assist. Come on, man. You get what I'm saying? So you guys who are coming out here with these rental trucks, you guys are missing out on too much money. You got to pay attention to these stuff. All right? And don't forget to hit the like button, man. So you get this load posted on the dot board, and now he's getting $2,200 for that load, and he put it on the load board for $1,100. Okay? For $1,100. And so you come and you call him and say, hey, give me the detail of this load. And he said, it's 5 pallets, 4,500 pounds, picking up out of Edison, New Jersey, going down to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's paying $1,100. And you guys say, okay, cool. I can do it for $1,700. And he goes, no, man, I only got $1,100 in it. That's what some of them will say. You get what I'm saying? But the more experienced broker, and I'm gonna talk about that too. The more experienced broker will negotiate with you, because then they'll say, you know what? I don't have 17, but I give you 15. Remember, they're selling their customer guarantee and reliability. That's what brokers sell their customer. Guarantee that there's a truck is going to show up, and the reliability that the truck is going to make it at their destination. That's the two most important thing they sell their shipper. He said, no, man, I'll give you an extra $400, right? But listen to what he says. He's going to now tell you the description of the load. And anybody who deliver at Amazon know Amazon run on a time. You cannot go to Amazon with a load and don't have an appointment. You see what I'm saying? Now, most of the time, the reason why these shippers are paying that much money is because most of the load that goes to Amazon, there's a certain criteria. If they show up with, like, for instance, if you show up with like loose pallet and Amazon got to restock it, Amazon will charge them a restocking fee. So there's certain criteria goes on and they'll get charged for that. But if you show up for that load to pick up in New Jersey going down to Charlotte and you're getting $1,500, right? That shipper is going to put that on a truck and you're going to have to deliver that at that particular time. This is why they pay the broker that much money. What the broker turn around and do is try to give you a fraction of what. I'm not saying the broker's supposed to give it a 22. But truth to be told, man, you're supposed to get at least $1,700 to $1,800 for that load. You get what I'm saying? When brokers are giving you $900 and $800 and $650, that's just a slap in the face. Because majority of the work that's going to be taking place for you to deliver that load is going to be done by you. You get what I'm saying? So you have to deliver this at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning in Amazon right? Because there's an appointment. And on top of that, the shipper said that I have to steal the truck. Because it's Amazon, right? They don't want you to steal nothing from Amazon. Most of the load that goes to Amazon from a couple of the shippers that I have done before, they want to steal the truck because anybody can take stuff and then blame it on Amazon, right? But in any event, you can't let a broker give you $1,100 for that load. And from Jersey to down to Charlotte, North Carolina, I think it's about 8.5 hours to 9 hours. So you can do that in one day, but still. You get what I'm saying? You show up at Amazon and the first thing they ask is for your appointment number, and you give it to them, and then they call in and get a door, and you get the load. Now, most of the time, what I have done, because Amazon sometime, most of their facility will not offload the truck, or if they do offload the truck, they take forever. So what I would do, I will tell the broker, look, they want me to offload the truck. I'm going to just charge your driver assist. And so I'll charge anywhere between $75 and $125. Depends on the amount of pallet. You get what I'm saying? That's between shippers and brokers. See what I'm saying? So you got these guys who negotiate the rate. Then they turn around and you negotiate a rate. But let's just say you go to Amazon and they don't have a door. But you're still getting that $1,500. And you're still getting, you get that $1,500. And you're comfortable with the rate. But now you got to sit and wait. And you wait for 2-3 hours. Or 3.5 hours at Amazon waiting on a door. That's this tension. Then on top of that, you go and you check in, and the guy at Amazon said, you got to offload the truck. That's driver assist. You guys better take your notes and write it down. You got detention, and you got driver assist. You get what I'm saying? You guys never heard those names before, write it down and look it up. Detention and driver assist. All right? And you get the detention and your driver assist. Just like I told you guys when I went to Walmart the other day, I showed up at 3 o'clock. The load was supposed to be delivered by 4 o'clock. I show up at 3 o'clock. The lady that was handling the account was not there. So by the time they get around to find somebody else, because that load got to come off of my truck and go to a next truck, to a next Amazon facility. By the time they sorted out, it was 8:30 in the evening. I get detention from 5 o'clock all the way down to 8:30. It's a 2-hour wait before detention chips in. You get what I'm saying? Let me say this to you guys. Let me say this to you guys. I'm probably going to be the first one to ever say this on YouTube. You know how many money I make out of brokers by lying to them? Thousands of dollars. My kid's first iPad is hustling brokers. And I'm going to tell you how I do it. Some of these brokers, I love dealing with them because I'm not going to call their name, but a couple of these brokers, I can take $600 from a particular broker that I dealt with all the time. And by the time I deliver, I end up with $1,500. It's that easy. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand how this whole entire system works. So let me give you an example. I booked load with brokers before from Jersey to Texas. Appointment was supposed to be 4:30 in the morning, right? I shows up at 4:30. That's why I love these distribution centers. You guys, when you guys get these distribution centers, y'all should love them. because that's where I make most of my money from. Distribution center. You guys, you know these big warehouses you go to and you have to pay a lumper fee and all these, all these weight you gotta wait and thousands of trucks in there waiting before you and all that stuff. I love those spots because those spots are my moneymaker. But anyway, I picked up a load from Jersey over to Texas, right? And the load was delivered I think it was 5:15 in the morning. I was there by 4:30, checked in. I was offload by 5 o'clock. The broker doesn't come in until 8 o'clock. And she's a lady that I dealt with all the time. But the problem with her is she don't like to negotiate. There's a lot of brokers out here who don't like to negotiate, but you have to just smart to get money from them a different way. So I show up, I get it delivered by 5. She comes in and she texts me, she emailed me. Well, first she called me and she said, hey, how is going on with the delivery? And I said, I'm still here. That was 8 o'clock. At 11:30, I text her and I email her or call her back and I say, hey, I just delivered that load. I charge her a detention from 7 to 11. You know where I was at 11 o'clock? At a different location doing a different delivery. And so I write my arrive time and my departure time. And I send it to her and she sent me a new rate card. An updated rate card for detention. Tell me how that can happen. You know how that can happen? Because 90% of the time, not even 90. Forget about 90. 100% of the time, they can verify through the distribution center whether you were there or not. The distribution center that these brokers send you only communicate by email. These people are not out here looking for your truck to say you were there 5, 6 o'clock. They're not going to go through a whole bunch of paperwork, say, oh yeah, we offloaded this guy 5 hours ago. They're not just like how dispatchers are not in the business of booking partial. These distribution companies are not in here to ensure your truck was offload and leave by the time. You get what I'm saying? So that's a trick that I've learned in the business years ago. And I've, hey, you got to use it. If I tell you guys some of the stories that you guys have out here that you can make some money, you get what I'm saying? Another way you can make money from brokers, everybody's like cocking their ears now. They're like, wow, man, let me hear this one. So we gotta, I see what you're saying. So if you go to a distribution center, you can just sit down and just, all right. When the broker tell you they only got $700 in a load, when they're looking at their screen, they're seeing that. Listen, you call on a load, the broker have you call on a load and the broker has $2,200 on the screen looking, and he's telling you that he only got 750. You think he care about him lying to you? You think he care about none of that stuff? It's all about money making in this business, man. It's all about this old trucking business is all about hustle. It's two things. It's either you a hustler, being, you're hustling them, or they're hustling you. It's either you hustle or be allowed to be or let somebody hustle you. You get what I'm saying? And so you make money like that. That's one way. And there's thousands of different ways you make money. I show up at brokers, especially New York. You go to New York, Brooklyn, Bronx, right off the back, I can tell you, you're going to get detention right off the back. Not detention, driver assist, right off the back. Because 90% of the spot in New York does not have a loading dock. You pick up from a loading dock in Indiana, but most of the time you double park and you have to offload it. And some of the time, these guys don't even have forklift. Some of you guys are showing up, offloading, and then leave, and then ask about detention, driver assist after the job is done. So I did a load one time where I went to New York, and the guy said, well, you're gonna have to take all the stuff off the truck. I got a forklift, but we don't have no loading dock. So I called the broker and I said, hey, we're gonna have to take this off. You get what I'm saying? And if I gotta pull each pallet from the truck to the tail, it's gonna be detention. It doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying? But I remember this particular time where I went to New York in Brooklyn. Shout out to all the Brooklyn drivers, all the New York drivers. And the Jewish guy, he was a Jewish guy, was getting some medical equipment and pallet coming out of Mississippi. And I called and he said, hey man, look, I don't have any loading dock, man. He was a little frantic. He goes, man, I don't have any loading dock, man, but if you don't mind, I can pay you. So I said, hold on, I gotta make this call. So I called the broker and I told the broker the situation, and the broker said, okay, how much you want for driver assist? And I said, look, it's 10 pallet. I'm gonna charge you $175. He said, okay, go ahead. He sent me the new rate card. The Jewish guy comes back out and he said to me, well, what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? You think you're gonna do it? You're gonna do it? He said, look. And he was talking fast, so I was just listening to him. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna do it for you. He said, no problem, man, because I got $350 cash I can give you right now. So I get $350 cash from the Jewish guy, plus get $175 from the broker. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It's not easy. I've been to places where shipper pay me receiver pay me cash, and then broker turn around and still pay me for detention for driver assist. So I get paid twice. You get what I'm saying? I have situation where I get paid for detention and never not detention, driver assist. I get paid for offloading the truck, and then the guys at the warehouse go figure it out and offload it themselves while I get paid for it. So I get paid for detention when I never do detention, and sometimes I get paid for driver assist when I never do driver assist. But some of the time, you guys, you gotta calm down, man. You gotta pay attention. Some of you guys, sometimes you're moving too fast. You get what I'm saying? You're missing out on that extra money right there. Hit the like button, man. As it coming alive, hit the like button. You see what I'm saying? So you have all that money that you can get. So remember, let's go over this real quick. If you show up and the load got it delivered tomorrow, that's called dedicated run. Okay? If they put a seal on your truck, you charge for that. If you show up and the weight is not what's on the rate card, you charge for that. If you show up at a receiver or a shipper and you gotta wait any more than the time that is allowed by the broker for detention is chipped in. So if you gotta wait 2 hours and after 2 hours detention chipped in, you charge for that, both shipper and receiver. If you have to load and unload at shipper and receiver, you charge for that. All of these stuff are charges. That's why you have a lift gate. I mean, you guys are giving out free lift gate service, man. If they want to put If they give you a different address, if you're supposed to go to one over here, and now you got to go 50 miles west or east, that's $125 or $150, sometimes even $200. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people are missing out on a lot of these monies. It's majority of the guys who are, you got guys with their own trucks who are missing out on money too, but a lot of the rental truck guys, some of you guys are just missing out because you gotta remember, man, and I'm for all the new guys who are coming in, all that stuff you gotta charge for, man, because that's your business. If you use that lift gate have a power, have a motor on it, and the hydraulic and the O's and all that stuff, that stuff go bad. You got to fix that. That's why I would charge to use it, because, and then a crazy thing is some of these brokers, you talk to them about driver assist and detention, they act like they don't know, like, what is that? Like, they just come straight up, just tell you like they don't know what you're talking about. I see what I'm saying? So those are some of the way you make money off your box truck. Now, a lot of people, some people are trying to get in this box truck business, and I start to see this a lot. I start to see a lot of people just trying to get in, and you just y'all like whatever y'all want to, whatever it takes for you guys to get in. You just want to get in. It doesn't matter if you come in all twisted up. You just want to know you're driving a box truck. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. If you are trying to come in this box truck business, if you listen, the national standard requirement for a box truck at any facility that's going to give you, whether it's a route, dedicated run, over the road, OTR, whatever it is going to be a 26-foot box truck with a lift gate. Some of you guys are trying to come in with 14-footers, 16-footers. There's a market for that. But we're talking about the national required. A 26-foot, a 16-foot box truck is not a national required, especially when it's not a dock height. You have to give the people what they want, not what you think they can work with. If it's required for you to have if the standard requirement at any facility is a 26. Some of you guys, I've dealt with people who have asked me question. Hey, you think we can show up with a 20-foot box truck at Amazon to make money? And I'm like, nope. And they're like, nope, you're lying. I'm making money. You're making 20-foot money. That's fine. You're making 20-foot money. Let me drop the link, man, because maybe somebody want to correct me if I'm wrong. You're making 20-foot money. You're not making 26-foot. You're making 20-foot. Get what I'm saying? 26-foot box truck with a lift gate. That's a national requirement. Can't show up with a 14. Can't show up with a 12. Let me tell you what 12-foot and 14 and 16-foot is good for. Home Goods does home delivery. You go in the store, you buy a couch, you buy a table, because I used to do that. You buy all type of furniture and you have it delivered. And so a 16-footer and a 14-footer and a 12-footer and an 18-footer that runs around a city is good for that. Let me tell you some of the companies I used to work for. I used to work for Home Goods. I used to work for one company that has those accounts. Home Goods, Pier 1. You guys remember Pier 1? Pier 1 is out of business now. Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn. We used to go to the big warehouse down in Cranberry, New Jersey to pick up a lot of load for Pottery Barn and Cranberry and Crate and Barrel. The Container Store. I used to deliver for all of those people. That's how long I've been in the game. Y'all see them, you know, those stores. Then I used to deliver for DSW. All those stores that you guys see, those are just some of them. You used to deliver for Kmart. When Kmart was around, Kmart is not around no more. But I used to show up for Kmart. Same thing. You go in the store, you buy a TV, you buy a sofa, you buy whatever. Back in the days, I used to deliver TV for Best Buy, home delivery. I used to go over to a facility in Jersey. You guys live in Jersey, you know, Forward Freight. There's a big warehouse over in Jersey called Forward Freight. There's a trucking company. They got trucks and everything. You go over there and you pick up 4 pallets of TV, all different sizes. For Best Buy. And you used to go and deliver them home delivery. This guy get one TV. This is when they were changing our TV from you know, them to HD TV or whatever. Then they got LED. All of that stuff I used to do. All of these local delivery that you guys go crazy for, I used to do it. Bob's Furniture. Before Bob's get so big and have so much location, me and my boy was one of the first. We used to show up at Bob Furniture. It's how crazy this is. We used to show up at Bob Furniture 4:30 in the morning to be out by 7:30. We used to finish at 6 o'clock in the evening. Then you have to go back at Bob's. Then you have to do all the process, the return, or all the damage or whatever. And then you have to sit down and do the paperwork. So by the time you leave, it's about 8 o'clock, and you have to redo the whole thing over again. You're not going to make a lot of money doing OTR with 16-footer. You can. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can. But my thing is, a 16-footer is not the national requirement. If I'm going to buy a 16-footer for 18, for right now, truck is selling for 90 grand used. If I can get, and that's a used truck. If I'm going to spend 60 grand on a used 16-footer, and it's not the national requirement, then, you know, because what happened is like you put yourself in this dilemma. What if you can't fit one of the skid? What if, I mean, that does happen with the 26-footer, but what I'm saying is that I always say this, it's better you have it and don't use it than don't have it at all. And 16-footer, it's like guys coming out here want to use cargo van. They want to use Sprinter to do box truck work. Let me tell you this is just my philosophy. My philosophy. I don't know about anybody else. Don't take what I'm saying as law. But this is my thinking. I start my business using a cargo van. You see what I'm saying? I start my business using a cargo van. Then I move from cargo van to box truck. Now I'm in school to get my CDL so I can go tractor trailer. I don't try to do in between. You get what I'm saying? I don't buy a cargo van, and I know everybody financial situation is different. I get it. I'm just telling you my thinking and my process and how I do stuff. I don't leave from cargo van to a 16-footer, from 16-footer to a 24-footer, from a 26-footer. I don't know. That's just my thing. I don't know. I don't do it like that. And my next step is a tractor trailer. That's where I'm going next. So cargo van, box truck, tractor trailer. My next step from tractor trailer is an airplane. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna do some air cargo. Buy an empty FedEx plane, a used FedEx plane, and just ship some stuff across the country. I'm serious. But I see people, and I'm not saying, like I'm saying, come into business, but I'm just saying it's kind of like it plays with your mind too much. You get what I'm saying? Because now you might run into a guy that's gonna ask, "Is this your truck?" We do it all the time. You know, you show up you have a 26-foot box truck, and the guy said, "I can use a 26-foot box truck, but I would prefer if you have a tractor trailer." So it's kind of like that dilemma. You said, "Okay, man, I got you said I can use a 16-footer, but I would prefer if you have a 26-foot box truck." It's like all these dilemmas. You get what I'm saying? So for me, to get rid of all of that headache, I just get what they want, man. It's just way easier. It's like I don't know. It's just different for me. I don't know. But I know everybody's finance is different. That's cool. But I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? And again, that's why when I talk about building up your credit and you know, understand all your credit work and all of that stuff and trying to get into this game. Let me tell you guys something, man. My last truck, I was talking to a couple of my mentorees about this the other day. I put $5,000 down on truck, and now I don't even put no money down on trucks. You get what I'm saying? My first truck, I came out of pocket. I forgot what my down payment was. I can look it up. But what I'm saying is this, is that I have built my business. Just understand how to build and grow your business. It's easy, guys. See, some of you guys, you know what you need to do? Just stop watching these YouTubers. Stop watching people telling you how to build a credit. Stop watching people telling you about this business credit. These people that are telling you about get a DUNS number and you get credit and all these other. Listen, man, I'm gonna say this. I say this all the time, and you guys probably. I've never used business credit. I have a DUNS number I've never used. I've personally financed my own business. Personally. You get what I'm saying? And I understand from a business point of view years ago how to use my own money and fund my own business and stay out of debt. You get what I'm saying? Because what these guys are not telling you, that are telling you to get, they're telling you to get all these business line of credits and build up your business credits and all that. But they're not telling you that if you mismanage this business credit, that this thing will not only financially damage you personally, but it will damage your company that you will never be able to get credit from nobody else, even on a personal level. They're not telling you that. Like most things, they tell you the good side, they never tell you the bad side. You run out here and you get these credit cards. I see guys on YouTube talking about business credit. I got 5 credit cards, or each or 200,000 each, and I got $1 million in credit line and all these other stuff they're talking about, and they're not telling you having 200,000-300,000 at a time on a credit card. If you mismanage those credit, and they're talking about walking in banks and getting credit line, you mismanage all of that, and that thing will ruin not only you, that thing will bring you down quick. You get what I'm saying? But again, I'm not telling y'all what to do. That's just for me. See, here is my philosophy. If I quit my job because I don't want to work for someone, I don't want to follow the rule, I don't want to be normalized, I don't want to be clocking in and out. Then why would I start my box truck business or my business in general where I come out here doing the same thing? Because that's what happens when you get a bunch of credit line and credit. You constantly work to pay other people, especially when you mismanage your money. Now you have to show up on a weekend like this. Look at your boy Kirk. I'm home. Some of y'all can't stay home. Some of you guys are so much in debt because y'all follow YouTube. And because you don't want to ruin your credit and your business credit, you have to constantly working. That's not what I do, man. Like I said, you can do whatever you want, man. It's you. But I'm just saying, I fund my own business. My truck that you guys see I just purchased, that truck is $78,000. It was supposed to be 107 with the back, and you guys know the story about the back. Get what I'm saying? I put zero money down. Zero. I was supposed to put $30,000 as a deposit because I was buying the back outright. And I didn't get the back. Because you know the whole story behind the dilemma with the back and this and that. You get what I'm saying? So now, instead of me putting $30,000 down, they cancel the back. Then they refund me back a portion of the $2,000 I put down. So now they only take their dealer fee and all the, the tag title and fee and whatever. And they send me back a check, almost $1,000 check. So the $2,000 that I put down to secure the truck, they send me back $1,000 back. Almost $1,000 back. $993. You get what I'm saying? And I put that money, I put that $2,000 down to secure the truck. Now I was supposed to show up. Let's say my truck was completed the way it was supposed to be completed. I would have to show up with a $28,000 check. My back, I would buy it outright. So now they cancel that. I bought a back for 20 grand. Right? But the truck now is only $78,000. And I don't put a dollar down. And I get it through Toyota Finance. But a lot of people on YouTube telling you, get a credit line and use that credit line and go fund your own business. I paid cash for my back. Cash. Some of you guys will go and swipe your credit card till daylight come, the thy kingdom come. I paid $20,000 for my used box. That mean they can tow the truck. And give me my box back. You get what I'm saying? The reaper guy come, he got to cut out the back and give me my back and take the chassis. What is the name of the place that you bought your truck? It's called Bentley in Delaware, but they don't have any truck until 2023. It's called Bentley. Matter of fact, but they're not gonna have any truck, Jimmy, until 2023, man. I got my man in the building. Let me drop the link so he can drop in, man, because I like talk to this rich guy. You know, I got a bunch of rich followers on YouTube. I like talk to these guys, man. These guys got money. But you get what I'm saying? I fund my own business. I don't get all sucked into this nonsense about business credit and some of y'all know my stance when it comes on to dealing with your money. The less you can listen. Not everything that is promoted in business is for us black people. Put it like that. It's not for us because some of us are just bad with managing anything. We're bad with managing money. If you're bad with your personal credit, you're going to be bad with business credit. Trust me on that. And when you get your DUNS number, let me tell you guys something, because I heard a lot of gibberish on YouTube talking about this old DUNS number thing. You go in you get this DUNS number. Let's say you get a DUNS number, a business under your business name, right? You go on the DUNS website and it will give you a list of creditors that will credit you as a new business starting out with your credit. You got a list of people that will give you credit. Uline is one of them, Best Buy, and a whole bunch of different ones of them. And let me tell you how it works. Okay? You go to Uline, you order a pallet jack, you get a strap, you get your bar, you get a whole shebang. And it comes up to $1,000. And they'll send it to you. They'll ship it to you, shipping and handling. And they'll use your business, use your DUNS number and all your business information. And in 30 days, you have to pay them the $1,000. It's called Net 30. You get what I'm saying? You want a laptop? You go in Best Buy for your company, a desktop, a laptop, whatever you want. And you set up your business with Best Buy. You go in, you get an iPad. You get all of that stuff. Guys, hit the like button while it's dropping, man. You get your laptop, whatever you want, and in 30 days you got to pay it back. That's how it works. My tablet I own it. My iPad, I own it. All my mic and my headset, I go to Best Buy, I bought all of that stuff. I own all of that stuff. I don't do that old business stuff. My cup of tea, I own it. My cup of tea every morning, I go to Dunkin' Donut or whatever, or a truck stop. I pay cash for my stuff, man. I don't want to be I want to, this is why I can chill and I can laugh, and you guys always, that's why people say, man, you 42, bro? Because I'm not out here looking for stuff to make me all stressed out and beat my wife and run with scissors. What my boy said, don't run with scissors. I'm not picking up stuff that let me go to run with scissors. Getting all upset at the kids. You know what I mean? That's what business credit does. When you mess it up, when you start to mess it up. You get what I'm saying? So I eliminate that. So guess what? If I don't feel like work today, I have less people that I owe. If I don't feel like come out this whole entire month, listen, my insurance and my truck payment, I still can make that this month. I don't have to stress myself out. But when y'all take on these extra debt, you know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Rick? This extra layer of debt. And some of you guys know what I'm talking about, because some of you guys, you're not good at credit, man. American Express, they approve you for $5,000. It's under the business name. You over here taking on Shanti. To the cheese factory for date. Has nothing to do with business. You know what I mean? You go to the movies. You give your wife, all that type of stuff. Nothing to do with business. Just can't do that. You know what I mean? You guys are... Business credit line is for business. You go to the bank. Some of you guys go to the bank. You can get like all type of credit. Like I got a credit union, man. We can get all type of credit. Listen, guys, like I said, man, I don't know. I'm just different. I don't know. It's time for us to learn to understand how this old capitalism work when it comes down to money in America. Because a lot of people come out here, I don't really think you guys really understand this whole entire structure of money, how it works, man. It looks good on YouTube. But truth to be told, man, that thing will ruin your life. Bankruptcy is real. I had a guy the other day was talking to me, right? And we were talking about business credits and the whole shebang, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a former accountant, so yeah, business credit, this, that, and I said, and I asked him the simple question. I said, what would you rather be in debt with? You rather be in debt with a company for 150,000, or you rather be in debt with yourself by losing your own 150,000? Because let me explain how that works. And he goes, no, but business credit, man, and more power to business credit. And I said, okay, well, let me say it. If you owe 150 in credit to all these people that give you credit, business credit, all the banks that you owe 100, it total to 150, and you can't pay it back, you now run a risk of having a bankruptcy in your credit report. Not only going to have a bankruptcy, but your business is not going to be good anymore to get credit. You get what I'm saying? So for 7 years, nobody's going to trust you. But if I come out of my own pocket and I lose my own 150,000, guess what? Ain't nobody can do nothing to me. And this is the things that a lot of you people don't understand. Oh man, deed is something else. Deed. So beating a wife is when you got all stressed out, and she come home and she's like, the bill need to pay. Can't imagine you own American Express. Remember a few months ago, you were all go lucky. You were like, yeah, I'm gonna go get me some business credit, man. I saw this dude that was getting my business credit line, baby. Y'all were good. She was supporting you and everything. But now everything turned upside down. Listen, it's amazing how life works. It's amazing how life works. You have people that will get business credit 4 months ago, and in the next 4 months, by December, their whole entire business shut down, man. Their whole reputation is ruined. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I have one credit card that I get for my business, for gas, for hotel, and I got a bunch of different credit cards that I use also. But I have one particular card. That's one, man. One. See what I'm saying? I stick to the plan. I don't need to have some of you guys, you do stuff for bragging rights. That's why I like that song that my boy sing with his wife, man. Shout out to my man Lando. Lando probably down in Florida, man. Man, these guys are the Florida guys coming out here, man. You get what I'm saying? Business credit. You got business credit. I don't know. I don't know. Lando is in Michigan, man. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it makes you, it looks good on videos, and a lot of people do it, and I mean, but the truth to be told, guys, when you're building your business up, especially when you guys are coming out here and you're building a business, stop fall for these stuff that's gonna ruin your company in no time. And like I said, man, some of you guys who watch my video, I talk about discipline and temperament and humble. Some of you guys are not humble now, and you're not gonna be humble when you have your business. Some of you guys, you just like to follow people. That's why I always tell some of you guys, shut off your Instagram, shut off your Facebook, shut off your Twitter. Because you do everything for the cloud. You gotta stop doing that. I don't do nothing for nobody. I am not doing no type of, I don't want to fit in. I'm not gonna go get no credit card because it's a thing to do. You get what I'm saying? Some of you guys, you watch these videos and it's like I see this all the time. I don't get the concept. Maybe it's just, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. But if you drive a Honda Civic, why do you idolize somebody that got 15 Ferrari, 7 mansions, 7 yacht? Why are those people your inspiration? Why your brother and sister and the dude that work next to you, why you can't start from the bottom up? Some of you guys, what I'm trying to say, some of you guys don't even have your business a year, but you're running down a bunch of credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be a part of this thing where when a dialogue or anyone talking, you want to be like, yeah, man, yeah, I got mine too. Or yeah, you want to be fit in. That's why my girl, what's her name? Cardi B and her husband said they'd do anything for the cloud. You can't, you know, I don't do nothing for no, listen, I create my own cloud. I choose when to make it rain. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Content D. Mr. Smith is in the building. I was gonna answer more question, but Mr. Smith answered. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't do everything for the cloud, man. Create your own cloud. This is why a lot of people come out here and they fail in this backdrop business, because they come out here and you rather you try to be leaders, you be followers. Can't do that. And then you don't even follow. You be followers with followers. You don't try to hook up with a leader. You hook up with a follower. And if you look at their channel, they're following somebody, because one thing with followers, they're always following somebody. Leaders, listen, leaders take charge and control of their own decision. Go back and watch that video where I said people are not, the difference between workers and CEO. Go watch our videos where I talk about when you're a CEO, the difference when you're a CEO versus when you're a worker. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of people, let me tell you what I noticed with YouTube too, in general, not particular, anyone particular. But it's like people come on YouTube and it's like, you watch videos and you get the information you want, which is good information. But what birthed out of the information that some of you guys take away is to be like somebody else. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about be like that person in terms of a good way. I'm talking about, yeah, I just want to change your whole persona about life. Let me give you an example. Some of you want to buy a box truck, drive the truck for a week, then you want to put a driver in the truck. You want to be this big CEO in no time. You don't run the truck. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about the trucking business. You just buy a truck, run it for a week, and then you put a guy in the truck, and you want to be this boss. Because again, you're not a leader. You're a follower because you see it on YouTube. It's the thing to do, right? Then you throw Pookie and Ray Ray, our own boy, in the truck. He blow past the weigh station. They slap him with a violation. He did that 4 times. No, brokers don't give you no work, and you wondering why. You know why? Because you never take the time to learn the business and take control of your own business because you're too busy trying to be some top guy that you're not even cut out to be in the first place. Now, am I saying that all of us supposed to be out here driving truck? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the mindset. Some of y'all want to stay home and buy 15 truck and put 15 guys in it and expect to make $1 million. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. By the way, now is the perfect time for some of you guys to throw guys in the truck and test it out. All you guys who want to be top-notch CEOs, now is the perfect time to do it. You get what I'm saying? Perfect time to test out all of that water. Listen, we were having a conversation with my boy. He started out with 1 truck. He have a buddy that started right before coronavirus. He started out with 1 tractor trailer, and he was telling the guy, don't buy so much truck. Don't buy. And the guy kept going. The guy owns 7 truck right now. 7 truck. And right now, he's on the verge of filing for bankruptcy. Why? Because he bought those 7 truck under trying to impress people. Listen, I'm not saying they're not supposed to grow. I'm just saying that growing take time. Some of y'all is not even about growing. Some of y'all is about impressing people. Y'all just like to be looked up at this top-notch dude where I got, and then some of y'all got some partners that are just enabling you. Your girlfriend is like that. Your wife is like that. Even the damn baby's like that. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife was doing a live and I was explaining about the process when it comes down to our finance. If I'm going to buy a new car, I'm going to submit that to my wife. Hey, what do you think about this? If we're going to buy a new truck, same thing. And she looked at the books and she's like, okay, cool. If you're going to buy this, what price range were they? Some of y'all just come out here and you just throw numbers. You come out here, you buy 5 trucks. You don't know nothing about trucking business. All for the stuff I just mentioned about missing out. Some of you guys, as crazy as this may sound, I've spoke to guys who have more truck than me and didn't even know about detention, didn't even know about driver assist, didn't even know about dedicated load, didn't even know how to price a load good. But they got 5 trucks. Why? Because they're following people. They're trying to like you in a competition with I don't know who, but you in a competition with yourself. And then you got these Pookie and Ray Ray that go in the truck and they're a whole entire disaster. Pookie don't pay his child support, so his license suspended. He's driving down the weights down 85, pull into the Virginia weight station. They talk on the loudspeaker. Driver in a box truck, pull to the right, bring the paperwork. He go in the office, give him his license, they run his license. What do you think? They look at the license and give it back to you? They run it. And then they're like, sir, you did not know that your license was suspended? Oh, no. And listen, you put a guy in the truck and you in Miami riding ski bike. You and your wife or your girlfriend with a damn baby at the back of the ski bike, hanging out for dear life. You get a phone call that your truck is out of service because Pookie got a damn child support that he never paid. Or you get a ticket from North Carolina that he did not pay. And now your whole entire day shattered. I can hear it. Somebody said, but Kirk, that's with anybody. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because let me tell you what we do over here. My wife and I monitor our driver's license. The moment our driver's license gets suspended, we know. We monitor that stuff. We know when it expired. We know when their medical card expired. Some of you guys put guys in truck. You don't even know when their driver's license expired. You don't know when their medical card expired. You don't know anything about these guys. They're just driving for you. We know all of that stuff. We take copies of your medical card, your driver's license. We put it in our system when it's time for renewal, whenever. We know all of that stuff. So don't come and tell me about that with no, that's with anything though, Kurt. No, it's not. It's for people who are not organized, people who are disorganized. It's for followers, not leaders. That's why I keep telling you, CEOs are different than workers. Because we don't follow nobody. We create our own system. That's why everybody who watch a person who have their head and their body and who's structured properly, they're inspired by them. That's why when I come on YouTube, people like me so much because number one, I'm real. Number two, I'm not following nobody. And number three, I just tell it the way it is and I tell the truth. Other people try to be like other people. They try to follow other people. They're inspired by other people that are inspired by other people. It's like a bunch of motivation speakers just following each other. You hear what I'm saying? I don't over here, we don't do that. So you guys have to understand, and these are the path that are going to make you successful. Again, I did that same CEO video. And I said, what's the difference with a CEO versus a worker? You get what I'm saying? CEO, we build our own empire. We stay on the task that is at hand. Workers, 1 minute you a dispatcher, another minute you got 3 trucks, you got 5 rental trucks with 5 guys, and you fire all 5 guys. Now you only got 1 truck, you and your own boy, or you and your wife, or whatever, your girl. And that don't work out, so you go over the road, and then you quit that, and then you're home, and then you're a dispatcher, and you're all over the place. You get what I'm saying? CEO, we don't function like that. By the way, somebody said that they like when I say guys like me laugh at you. That's what it is. That's what we do. We're not followers. This is why I don't follow getting a bunch of credit card. Because I fund my own business. 90% of these guys on YouTube, they can't fund their own business, man. They made videos talking about getting $7,000 from a credit union. We get 90 and 100 and 100 and change. We got off $1 million in 1 year and a whole bunch of stuff, man. We don't talk about that in videos. $7,000? A credit card give you a $7,000 personal credit line and you make a video about it? You need to wait till about another 4 years to make a real video. Just like some guys get Amazon and Amazon pay them $1,200 to go down the block, and they make a video about that. Get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to build you guys up, because building a business is also an internal and an external business. And sometimes people don't like to be criticized about the stuff they do and the decision they make. But you guys have to understand, man, if this is a business that you want to come in and it's going to make you profitable and build you up to be successful, you have to do some internal, you have to do mentally, physically, financially, and emotionally changes within your life. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you can't be motivated by and inspired by other people. Listen, motivated and inspired by other people, it's okay. You get what I'm saying? But self-motivation is the only motivation that's going to keep you going. Let me tell you something about motivating. Motivating by other people, that will wear out. That's a feeling you have. That's an emotional thing. That will wear out. But when you internally self-motivate, that will never wear out. You get what I'm saying? Somebody asked, what made me motivate and want to do my want to start my box shop business? See, so I wasn't motivated to start my box shop business. I wasn't. I was already in the transportation business. I just upgraded my business up to box truck. So I wasn't motivated because I was surrounded by people that was already giving me the work. I just did not have the right equipment to do the work. But I was already making good money with cargo van. I was making an average of $4,000 a week in a cargo van back in 2008 when me and my wife was running this thing up and down. And so we just decided to grow our fleet because we were getting the work. I never do it because some guy told me to go do it. I never do it because I see some guy do it. I never do it because, you get what I'm saying? This is why some people, when they come on YouTube, they jump from channel to channel. That's why I dropped that video the other day. I don't know if you guys watched. Some of you guys might have seen that video. They jump from channel to channel. They're on everybody box truck channel, but never can start their business. You know why? Because they're not internally you're not internally driven. You're not mentally, you're not physically, and you're not financially driven to get your business up and running. And some of you guys, you have the right business plan, but because you're so busy looking at other people's stuff, what they're doing, it keep robbing you from actually starting your business. And I've seen that a lot. This is why sometimes when people come in my live, they talk a lot of trash, because they go over here, and because my channel hold them accountable and they feel guilty inside, they start to talk trash in the comment section, and I have to block them. You get what I'm saying? I know people, you have some people been watching all these famous box truck channel over a year ago and still don't own a box truck. Well, let me ask you a question. Why are you watching? Because if your plan is to start a business, you're not moving in the direction of getting a truck. You're not financially moving in that. Yeah, look at my live sometime. I got guys who leave comments say, man, 2 weeks and I'll buy my truck. I'm working this 9 to 5 so I can get out and get on the road. I got guys who send me emails and, man, I watch your channel. I'm so inspired by what you're doing. You know what? I'm on my purpose of buying my truck, and man, I watched this channel. I couldn't understand, but when you drop on the board, I drop on the platform, I understand the old game, so now I'm ready. But some of you just out here. That's why I did that video. Why are you here? You get what I'm saying? And some of you guys who want to come in this box shop business or in business in general, you think that YouTubers are responsible. You think we are responsible of personally being your personal therapy. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to call you and hold your hand and take it to the Secretary of State website and sit 4 or 5 hours with you? Take it to the IRS. Take it to all the setup. And when all said and done, I was in retail management for 23 years. That's Mr. Smith. So all I just take from the other side. Let's read what Mr. Smith was saying. I saw the huge demand for the trucks and truckers. So I can't see this thing. I gotta ask my wife to make this thing get huge. Let me see. But basically what he's saying, he saw the huge demand and he wanted a piece of the pie. He was in retail, so he was a retail manager. He see trucks come and go, leave his facility, and he look at the paperwork and he's like, damn, these guys are making this kind of money. I want to get in and get some of this money. You get what I'm saying? And let me say this to you guys. For all you guys who like to twist words up, motivation and inspiration is two different things. It's two different things. Me and my wife was in Miami last year with the kids down in, or not Miami, we were down in Orlando. We stayed at a hotel. There was this huge name guy that do motivating speak. He was a motivator speaker or whatever. They talk to people where make them feel good. The ticket was $550 per seat. That's what's for the basic seat. It goes all the way up to $2,000. You got basic, platinum, and gold. And basically, he sits down and tell a bunch of people how they can better themselves in life to make money. Cool. How many of you guys who have watched those people and still don't make $1? How many of you guys who have attended those ceremony and still haven't come out making $1? And me and my wife was there. And you see all type of people. 90% of them was black people. 90% of them was black people from all walks of life. Pay you $550. As a matter of fact, let me take it back. Let me finish this and then I'll go back. You got those people. 95% of them was black folks there. But only 15% of them will actually follow through with whatever that man says. Uh-oh. No, Kirk, you didn't just say that, man. Only 15% of them will actually stay committed, go through the process, and complete the mission to be in a better financial status. A lot of people who come on YouTube who watch these YouTube videos about box truck, y'all want the money, but y'all don't want to put in the work. Y'all want to have the lifestyle, but y'all too lazy. Y'all want to be home with your girlfriend every single day. You want to be home with your wife. You don't have no kids, but you want to be home. I got kids and I'm not home. You want to pick up a load that is convenient for you. You want to go here and be back home by Wednesday. Some of y'all wife don't even want you home. Leave the lady for a minute and go make some money so she can stay home. You go make the money, she quit her job, and she stay home and run your business, and both of y'all successful. But some of y'all just want to be home. Get what I'm saying? Some of you just outright lazy. That's why I call some of you guys channel hoppers. You jump from channel to channel. You just jumping all over YouTube. You know you're not going to put in the work, man. Come in the live. They ask question, hey, Kirk, man, is it better to say local or OTR? Well, what do you think? What do you think? Shout out to my man out of North Carolina, man. He said that he got his truck from Louisiana, man. That's the man. Shout out to my man out of Louisiana, yo. He picked up his truck, man. This is the brother right here I'm trying to talk about. This brother right here, he got a young dude, just got a baby, got his wife, just buy a truck, pick it up. You get what I'm saying? Now he's getting ready to come out here, man. My man paid $1,200 for a mobile tire repair. That's extortion right there. How you pay $1,200 and I had a guy the other day at the same flat tire, he paid $700. I think it was $700 he paid. And that gets you good. You must have probably damaged your rim or something. They watch, you know, some of you guys watching videos here and there. You watch everybody channel. You get what I'm saying? You know you're not going to come out here and drive no box truck. But you in the comment section leaving dirty comment. This is why I tell people, let me say this. I'm going to say this again. For all you guys who watch my channel and follow my channel and follow my channel and subscribe to my channel, I'm going to give you a clear indication. I'm going to give you a clear indication, right? Of how you can tell someone does not have a box truck. When they come in the live, just look at their conversation. They got everything you say, they got an opinion about it. Just watch. Just watch. And they're the first to get blocked because the moment you say something that they don't agree with, they go off on you. See, people, go read the live from start to finish. Go read the chat from start to finish. People who understand what I'm talking about, they humble themselves. And when they make a statement, that is about the issue we're talking about. Just like when I came out and I was saying consultation. I said consultation, $120, right? People come in my comments in the chat, oh, you just like other YouTubers, blah, 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 blah. I am not like other YouTubers because other YouTubers does not have the knowledge I have. Off the stuff I talk about, these YouTubers don't know about it. Off the breakdown I give, listen, they are selling you an idea. I am telling you about experience. Over 10 years compared to a year or a year and a half, that's like you slapping me in the face, man. There's no comparison. 8 months, some of them not even hit their first year. I don't even remember what I submit at my audit. That's how long I've been in business. And off the requirement that you guys have to submit now, I didn't have to submit it. Just like you have to submit 30 days of e-log, I didn't have to do that. First of all, I wasn't even over the road when I get my audit. I was local. I had to submit my timesheet. And when you guys are talking about I am like other YouTubers, I am nothing compared to other YouTubers. I am not trying to be like other YouTubers that other YouTubers are following. I am me. You book a consultation with me, I send it to a website. Look on the screen. I send it to a website. They send it to Cash App and Zelle. We're not the same. Totally different. You get what I'm saying? You guys talking about I'm like other YouTubers? No. We're not the same, sir. You mixing Kirky Fresh up with somebody else. I let you put your credit card information in on my website. Go OnTrackTruckingBooking.com. Go look it up. Go look it up. And it's an actual website. We go on GoDaddy and we set it up, me and wifey. You put your credit card in. I can do if you say, you know what, Kirk, cancel my cancel my consultation with you, blah blah blah. We just go in, boom boom boom, and we'll process a refund and give you your money back. And if I said, no, I'm not going to give you your money back, you already book it. Once you book it, you can't get it back. You just call up your credit card company or your bank and say, hey, I pay for this. This guy didn't want to give me the service. Boom, you file a dispute and boom, 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 and you get your money back. Zelle or Cash App is and see what happened. We're not the same. This is why I keep telling y'all that you can, it's these little things that you guys can look at and see the difference with a CEO versus a worker. This is why I keep telling you guys that. Y'all keep telling me. Hit the like button, man. You get what I'm saying? By the way, being that Mr. Smith is here, we're going to talk our business. Mr. Smith, we're going to talk our business. We're going to talk our business. I'm going to drop the business between me and Mr. Smith. All right? I'm going to show you. Mr. Smith is one of my mentors. He's in the chat right now. It's Compton D. Mr. Smith run around and do his thing, right? He came and he learned the partial game, pay for the partial, break down the partial. We do all what we're supposed to do. And Mr. Smith is making his money, right? But let me tell you what happened last week, because we're going to talk about just last week alone. Right? Pick up the new truck. Boom, boom, boom. Truck start to give me a problem. Start to act up. You get what I'm saying? I know where my mentor is. I know where they look. Where if you running and you are my mentor is, I know where you at. So I'm heading in the direction of Mr. Smith. Hit up Mr. Smith. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what? Mr. Smith go pick up his load. I have to turn around and hire Mr. Smith truck to do a deliver for me. Shout out to Mr. Smith, man. Mr. Smith has to rescue me. Meet up with Mr. Smith. Give him the load and kept going to Chicago. Turned back around, I had to drive the truck back down empty because the truck check engine light and the truck kept shutting down. The 2022 truck that y'all see me make, just get. Right? That was week one. That was the first week. That was week one. But by the way, I dropped the link, man. I want it, if Mr. Smith have a time, I wouldn't mind if he come and we can talk about it. Then I had to fly a driver over Texas. Cost me $700. Plane ticket and hotel and gas. Hotel for 2 days, plane ticket and gas. Cool guy. Shout out to my Amandi. I had to fly him over to get the truck, book him a load, right? Get him out of Texas. Then I had to turn around and re-hire Mr. Smith again to go pick up a next load in Chicago. Then I had to call a next driver so he can take the load off the driver that's coming from Texas to deliver Tuesday, and then let the load that Mr. Smith pick up, give it to the guy that's coming from Texas to bring to Jersey. All of this is going on last week. Y'all talk about, I'm like other YouTubers, we are not the same. You get what I'm saying? And these guys, when I call on them, listen, the Chicago driver, he's one of my customer. Believe it or not, he's not even a mentor. This guy hired me to deliver stuff for him. and I turn around, hire him to deliver stuff for me. He's not even a mentor. He's not even a part of what I'm doing. But he has a truck in Chicago. You get what I'm saying? So I have a truck from Texas going to Chicago. The plan was that the truck was supposed to leave from Texas, go to Illinois, deliver the load, pick up 2 loads. We missed one of the delivery because the driver wasn't going to make it. And the reason why is because when he shows up at the shipper, they did not have internet service. And so it messed up his whole entire time of him getting that load. And so now I have to restructure everything. You get what I'm saying? All of that stuff was going on last week. And so I have to make those decisions because, number one, I didn't want none of these guys to be left out there hanging. I didn't want the driver from Texas to be stuck out there until Tuesday. And I didn't want Mr. Smith to be stuck in Chicago because he have a delivery in Dallas. And so I have to call on a guy that lives in Chicago to rescue the Dallas truck. And then the Dallas truck will turn around and rescue Mr. Smith so Mr. Smith can go where it's going. And then the Dallas truck can come to Jersey because the Jersey stuff have to deliver Tuesday morning because one of the delivery is going back to Wisconsin. That's just one truck. Can you imagine if I had 5 trucks dealing with 5 different issues? So a big shout out to Mr. Smith, man, and Amandi and Ryan. You get what I'm saying? These are guys who they respect me. They respect me because they know I have their back and I have their best interest, and I'm not out here trying to hustle them. Just last week, at a Wednesday night, I did a live, right? Guy came on, book a consultation. He was in the live saying that he was in Kansas stuck. You get what I'm saying? And I gave him a broken number. I gave him a broken number. A lady that does not allow you to come on her. You can't sign up with her company unless you are a year in business. But because I make the connection for him, I get him 2 partial from one customer delivering up to New York. I am not like other YouTubers. You guys need to cut that out. I'm not. We're not the same. What's up, big dog?
Man, everything's good. What's up with you? Let me turn this down. Hold on.
What's up, my man?
Man, everything is good. What's up with you, sir?
Man, same old, man. I'm just talking about people saying that I'm like the same. I'm like other YouTubers.
No, one of these things is not like the other.
Hey, shout out to Amandi. You finally meet. So Mr. Amandi meet you. He even call you a YouTuber.
Yeah.
He said, I meet a YouTuber, Mr. Smith.
Not me.
But shout out to him, man. He bust his ass go over to meet you. And then I was just talking about the whole entire transaction, man. Talk about it, man.
Did he make it? Did he make it back?
Yeah, he's home. He's home. So
okay.
He's gonna leave today, come over here because you know that one piece we have going to Wisconsin Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But intense, right? Friday was intense.
It was a great experience. It was intense. Dealing with the place where we had to pick up and the time frame and just the whole chaoticness. But it was a good learn because it allows me to have that experience in my back pocket now. So any event that one of my drivers runs into that, I can walk them through that and we can be successful.
Yeah. And even the first load I was talking about when I called you and I said, I'm meeting you tonight at 11 o'clock and I stopped to get something to eat and the truck just shut down.
Oh, yeah, the one. Yeah.
The first load.
Yeah. Again, that was another learn. And it's amazing how the timing works out. But
Exactly.
a lot of this comes from experience, because you were saying things and I was like, wait, how's this going to work? But again, your experience made it work, and
Right.
when I had the situation up in Michigan where, I was supposed to go to one spot and then I had to go somewhere else. And then the
Right,
guy
right, right,
didn't want to
right.
take, I didn't
And
know what to do.
you see, and even that, that's the thing I was trying to say. Like, you reach out to me, and that's like the way I get it done. Because even when he explained to me, he said the guy, a guy's a jerk and the broker not answering the phone, and I'm like, let me do my Kirky for a special. You want to
100%.
talk about? You want to? Was I disrespectful to the guy?
No, not at all. Not at all. Again, and it's funny because after it was over, I was telling the wife about it. I said he handled it in a way where I wasn't going to handle it in the same way. But that's that
You were
experience
eating,
piece.
man. You were eating.
That experience piece is what differentiated your response from my response. And because you handled it that way, I was able to not only drop that load off successfully, but pick up my other load coming down here to Dallas successfully.
Right. So let's tell people what we're talking about. He picked up a load, and the broker said you can deliver on Friday, Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday, yeah.
He called the receiver, and the guy was like, "Nope, take it back where you pick it up from. I'm 2 hours away. I'm not coming back till Tuesday." So you were bad, and then the broker stopped answering his phone. So he reached out to me and was like,
Yeah.
"Kirk, what should I do?" So I said, "Give me the guy number." People love what I say. Let me do the phone call, 'cause they always know something was gonna go down. And so I handled it professionally. And it's funny because he never reached out back to you. He actually reached out back to me and gave me the contact, and I gave it to you because he thought you were my driver. Right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But at the end of the day, you reach out to the guy. It was 45 minutes away. You get more money. But at the end of the day, just by helping you understanding how to deal with a situation, we get it done professionally. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. In such a way where everything worked out. Everything worked out very smoothly. And learning these steps from Kirk allowed me to speak to my other customer saying, hey, here's the situation. This is what happened. Here's the resolution that I'm proposing. How does this work for you guys? And they said, yeah, this works for us. Everybody was happy and we were able to get it done.
So let's drop another bombshell, because while you were dealing with that, I was dealing with the fact that my driver show up at a facility that didn't. They told this guy that the internet is gonna come back till 5 o'clock. He was there 9 in the morning.
Right.
So we were dealing with that crisis. And then we had to turn around and also help Muhammad. Jesus.
Yeah, you had a bunch of stuff going on that day.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that networking is so important.
100%.
Muhammad delivered his stuff on time Friday. He was happy. You deliver and pick up Thursday. You were happy. You turn around and pick up my stuff. Mike, you heard my customer on the phone. Everybody was happy, but it's all about networking and just be professional. Like I said, man, not following nobody, because this thing is not, I'm not trying to be, that's why I was talking about the clouting. I'm not trying to outdo you. I'm not trying to beat you. When I call on you, you're not trying to be like, well, this is my company. I'm trying, no. Like, you are so humble. Amani is so humble. Ryan, Muhammad, like, we'll all get this thing done and everybody's happy. You in a place where you're gonna deliver your thing tomorrow. Amani's home, Muhammad get his stuff delivered, and my stuff is coming over. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell people, man, you gotta be able to run your business it's an internal thing. This is not nobody trying to outdo nobody. It's not no cloud. It's not no impressing. No. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have to look at each other as cooperation, not competition. There is no competition. One, there's enough money to go around. Trust me, there's more than enough money to go around. But when we have the cooperation piece, when we have the cooperation piece, we can go much further. Because had I not had the cooperation with Kirk, right, then there's chances are I would have fell short on some of my deliveries.
Right.
Somebody in the comments was asking, was it worth it to become an owner operator? I think it was Kendall. Trust me, it's one of the best business decisions I've ever made. Hands down, unequivocally, it is one of the best business decisions I've ever made. Okay. Kirk talks about renting and how that's not the way to go. Trust me, if that's how you have to start, then so be it, but don't stay there long.
Right.
Okay. Get out of that situation as soon as you can, not because of any other reason other than them controlling your business. Okay. They control how far you can go and how much money you can make.
Right.
This is from personal experience. And the person I had at Budget was a great guy, really worked with me, but it was only so much he could do because he still has some money he has to answer to. Do yourself a favor, get out of the rental as soon as possible. Okay. And that's when that's when you can really start realizing the true potential of this business. Once I got out of the rental, I looked at a bunch of trucks, asked Kirk about it, asked his opinion. I was going to go in a different direction. He was like, nope, go get this truck instead. And you know what? It's worked out far better. Like I said in the comments, I promise you it's paid dividends 100 times over.
And you're not, and I want to say this because you're not the first, person that I use. I had a situation with, shout out to my man, Steve in New York. I had a situation with another driver that picked up a load. He couldn't deliver it. I had to meet a driver in North Carolina, give it to him so he could take it to Atlanta and, get it delivered. So I bring these stories up because not everything is surrounded by money. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's about the friendship that we build. It's about us as Black men coming out here and taking control and taking charge of our own business. You get what I'm saying? And not relying on these mega companies. This is why when I talk to Sway and her husband, and I talk to you, I talk to Muhammad, I talk to Lando, I talk to all of you guys that are in my group, Serious Lane. This is why sometimes I'm so stern. You get what I'm saying? Serious Lane had an issue where the broker was asking for his drive time. Like, you get out of here with that lady. You ain't getting nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
We saw in the group chat that we have, we saw what they were giving Lando the other day for a BOL.
Wow.
You remember that piece of paper that they were giving him for his BOL?
That was crazy.
But we like, get out of here with all these nonsense. But what we say that to say this, man, if you're not networking with the right set of people, it can be stressful. It will put you out of business. It will shut your operation down. You get what I'm saying? And so, people are saying, you got to do trial and error. But let me tell you something. In this business, you want to limit the amount of error. Trial is fine. It's always good to try something new.
The errors are what cost a lot of money.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing a bunch of errors.
It costs a lot of money, and it will eat up your capital reserves quickly.
Exactly.
Okay, and then you will find yourself, like he says, spending a lot more money than you intended to. But had you, just like I said in the comments, had you qualified your source, okay, qualify your source where you're getting your info from, and not to diss these other YouTubers, but a lot of them just simply don't have the experience. Okay, they're going to speak to you from a limited standpoint.
I want to drop something into real quick. Talking about other YouTubers and experience, I get I spoke to someone last week. He hit me up through my email, and I reached out to the person. It turns out that a lot of YouTubers who, I don't know how this person, I guess they're on their live a lot. I don't know. I don't follow other YouTubers. I guess they're on their Instagram live and so forth. But turns out that a lot of other YouTubers, the guy was saying that they know what I'm saying is the truth, but they're intimidated by what I'm saying. I guess they're intimidated by me, or I don't know. But the way he was saying talking to me about it is, a lot of YouTubers that are in the box truck space, they know what I'm saying. I'm 100% correct. However, is that pride of giving me the credit. And the guy was asking a question that you asked a couple months back. He was like, shit, I don't even know why they don't reach out to you and be friends with you.
I've said it 1,000 times. I said it 1,000 times.
And I'm like, they're not going to do that.
It's so much better to have the cooperation versus a competition.
Right.
We're not fighting over, a few $1,000s. There's so much money in this industry where if we work together,
right,
it'll be so much better. We can go, like what we're putting together, that's going to be so much more beneficial than us trying to compete and everybody, seeing who got the biggest check. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about the bag. No, we're not about the bag. We're talking about something that is, generational in terms of accumulating wealth and setting up generations to come from behind us. It's not about, you made this much. Well, I made this much. No.
Right. Yeah. And you have, me and you talk a lot about this whole entire trucking business, and man, you have learned so much, man. I feel like your mind, like I said, you, Lando, and Mohammed have done so much in a short period of time, only because the effectiveness of what you guys, like Lando. I remember when I went to Miami and I met him for the first time. And I was telling him, Lando, don't rent a truck. We went to Riders. When he saw how much a rent a truck is going to actually cost, in 2 weeks, he bought his truck.
Yeah.
I remember when you did your cost per mile, that kind of opened your whole entire, you change your whole entire view of this rent a truck stuff. And you end up in your truck. And Mohammed was the same thing. When we did everything with Mohammed have his truck and his driver. So I can say, man, in a short period of time, you guys have accomplished so much. But not only that, you guys understand, not only that you have your truck, but you understand the partial, man. You've been killing it. Like I was talking on the live the other day, and I was talking about the fact that you went to that load over in where was that? Wisconsin. Where the guy was giving you the wrong load. Talk about that, man. And you jump on the board. And I'm like, yo, this guy is a beast. Like, tell us what happened over there.
It was a situation where I took a load from a reputable broker. I was going to have more than enough room to pull the job off. But when I got to the shipper, he said that it was twice the amount of load that I was supposed to be taking.
Right.
So I partnered with the broker, followed up with the broker, and just constant contact with the broker, the shipper. And then I partnered also with Kirk to see what could be done. But as everybody's talking to their bosses and doing all of this stuff, I'm on the load board. I'm like, okay, in the event that this load does not go through, I can't be stuck in Wisconsin. Okay, especially where I was, it was in the middle of nowhere. I got to get it done. Get it done. And while I was waiting for the hour and a half for the situation to be resolved, I called and reached out to probably about 10, 12 different brokers concerning different loads, because again, it's about having the qualified source to kind of direct you when things don't go right, And I got with Kirk, and Kirk said, well, this is what you should do. I'm going to try to work on some stuff too. So instead of me sitting around crying about it and being mad about it, I'm going to put it into action.
Right.
Because, excuse me, I will tell you, you will run into hiccups in this business. Right. It's the nature of the business. These things are going to happen, but you got to just stay the course. Stay the course. Use that anger, which I had, to reach out to the different brokers to resolve your situation.
Right.
And it's absolutely imperative that you always have that same mindset, because I've run into a ton of problems where I got to a place and it didn't work out, or whatever it is, through no fault of my own. And I said, okay, I'm not going to sit here and be mad. I have to resolve this situation. Let me bring all my partners in right? We have this group chat. Let me bring all my partners in so that we can work together for a situation that is equitable. And what happens when you have that, like Kirk said, when you have that partnership, you know, when you have that network that you can rely on, you get things done. And it all worked out, got it done, and was able to move to the next situation.
And let me say this because I think this is important. Even a lot of people just come to me for mentorship. Like people sign up for mentorship. When you sign up for mentorship, let me say this, and Mr. Smith, you can speak on this. People think that's when you talk to me, and like say you do the partial and you talk to me, people think that's the end of the road when it comes down to me. No, man. You get to talk
that's just
to
the
me.
beginning, actually.
That's you get what I'm saying? Like I said, you call me sometime when I'm with the wife, when I'm with the family. You call me sometime when I'm busy. I still take the time to answer your question. I remember one day you called me and I was with my daughter and you said, "Oh, go ahead, man. Hit me back when you finish." I'm like, no. You know what I mean? I said it's cool.
Yeah, that's very true.
And like you said, man, is not only who you get mentorship from, but how committed are they? How much value did they value you that are coming to them for information? You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not talking about you doing a consultation and because a consultation is a consultation. That's just what it is. You ask me what it is, what we need to do, blah, blah, blah. That's a consultation. But I'm saying when you sign up for mentorship or for any of my training, that's not the end of the road.
Right.
I got guys. I got guys, believe it or not, I got guys who pay me for partial, for a different program. And I have to reach out to them and be like, "Oh, so you're making money now? You cut me off." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you say the same thing to me. If we don't talk for 4 or 5 days, you'll say the same thing to me.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is more than just money. I value you guys' time, your business, and I make sure that I keep you guys stay focused on what you're doing. And this is why a lot of people, even though I choose some people, it's crazy because I would listen to people do a consultation with, and I will choose to go further than just a consultation with some people. Sometimes I get backfire on that from the wife, but it is what it is. And time again, she
Yeah.
When the wife warn you and they tell you, you got to just shut your mouth because she said, "I told you."
Yeah. Without giving any details.
If you go against a grain of some of this is why sometimes, I guess it's just in my nature, but even sometimes I give a consultation and I will be on the phone for 2 hours. My wife would tell me like, it's fine to do a 2 hour, 2.5 hour with the person, but don't make that the norm.
Right,
you get what I'm saying?
Right. And your wife has proved very smart thus far.
Oh man, I'm telling you, time and time again, and then she'll come back and she said, "I told you," and we can't do nothing but shut our mouth. I'm one of them.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is true. I can definitely attest to that. Kirk has given far more than he's taken, even to the point where, like he said, the wife said do such and such, and he did something different. But I can honestly say this man's integrity is above reproach. The things that we've talked about candidly, the things that he has done to try to advance people's business, I can say you're not going to get that from somewhere else. You're not. And we won't speak to details, but again, his integrity and the way he goes out of his way, he will be tied up in something and I can hear it in his voice. And I'll say, hey, I'll call you back or just call me later. It might be a pressing issue that I have, but I will put it on the back burner and Kirk will be like, no, let's do it right now. And he will stop what he's doing to go ahead and provide me the assistance to work out my problem. And then he'll jump back into his situation. So there was someone last live that was speaking to Kirk's credentials and, hey, I need to do my due diligence and check you out. Okay. To a certain extent, I respect respect that because you got to, like I said, you got to qualify your
Right.
source. But you got to understand if you've done any research and watched his videos, everything he says is spot on.
Right.
Everything he says is spot on. And I promise you, this dude, Kirk, every week he surprises me with something new. He'll have a contact, he'll have an avenue to get something done. And I'm like, what? We've had several conversations over the last 5 days about situations myself and some of our other partners have had. And Kirk is like, oh, yeah, you just do this, this, and this. Oh, hold on. Let me call this person. And I'm like, yo, I'm blown away. But that only comes from experience.
Right.
You can't fake the experience, right? And the relationships that he's had. Like he's told me some things that I'm like, what? And you know what? Every time it's bared out. So
right.
For those of you who are skeptical, you want to take that somewhere else because this ain't the place for it.
No, man. You know, you see all my Raycon, so you know I'm legit.
100%. And when people and one of the most interesting things, the telltale signs, is when we're on a three-way and you call a broker and they are so excited to hear from you.
Right. Like
that
Debbie.
Speaks volumes. Yeah, that speaks volumes to your track record with that broker.
Yep.
And how you operate your business. You know, people got to understand this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you can't hop in the marathon right now because your finances are not right, then just wait on the sideline. Instead of making a bad deal, just wait until you can make a better deal. Meaning, you know, how you acquire your truck, how you hop in this business. If it means you wait 2, 3, 4, 6 months, so be it. Mm-hmm. Don't get in a bad situation and you end up losing more in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know, and I think, like I said, man, even shout out to my man out of Kansas. Came to me, brother came to me. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but came to me, did a consultation. You know, we do the whole 9 yard, and he has a I just say, you know what, call this girl tomorrow. Just call her. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And he called me back and he's like, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know where to start, to how to thank you. And he literally said out of his mouth, he said, man, I get my consultation money back. You get what I'm saying?
Man, several times over.
Curtis is my boy down in he's in Atlanta too, like you. Mm-hmm. And he's saying if Kurt doesn't check on you, that means you never had a consultation. Trust me. Curtis was with the oh man, he's funny because he's with him and his wife is coming to the box truck business. But and he's a Jamaican brother also, because and people might think because I'm Jamaican, there's some type of Ricky's a Jamaican, Curtis is a Jamaican, and a couple of the Jamaicans dudes that are there. You get what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter if you're Jamaican, it doesn't matter if you're African, it doesn't matter where you come from, man. You come across me, I don't care whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. It's all about business for me. I put you guys on game over and over and over again. You American, Muhammad is from the island. All different type of ethnic group of people I deal with, I treat you guys the same way. I'm not one of those guys that are gonna give you, because you're Jamaican, I'm gonna let you in some special secret, and then you're American, there's a special secret for you. No, if I'm gonna use you, I'm gonna use you. If I'm gonna give you a game, I'm gonna give you a game. But it all starts with you. You see, I learned this a long time ago. Success doesn't start with you having success. Success starts with you reaching out for success. That's where it begins. You get what I'm saying? And so if you don't reach out and say, you know what, man, I'm going to book a consultation, I'm going to see what this brother about. If you stuck every week somewhere, if you don't feel the need to figure out how to get out of that ditch, then, you know, I can't just randomly know where you are to know what to do for you. You get what I'm saying?
Yep, you got to help yourself too.
And even when Serious Lane came out here, he had an experience that nobody have ever had with a new authority, because even when I gave him the contacts that I have, Raul, the brokers, all these other these other people, they're moving their trucks 24/7 all over the place. You get what I'm saying? But if you
Right.
stuck and I don't know, but again, he made the initiation to reach out to me and he booked a consultation with his wife. You got to be able to make that first move. I can't help you if you don't make that move. And and like you said, man, when you come in contact with me, I can help you move all over the place. You can reach out to me and we move around. Just like the brother that I was talking about, we were talking about on the live a couple weeks ago. He said, I came across your channel, man. I make $1,000 in January, right? Now this brother is making, he texted me and he said, look, he said, look, man, I make XYZ last week. Thanks to you again, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can speak to that too.
And the bigger picture is it's not just about you spending money, but it's the generosity, the commitment, the temperament, the patience. This guy that we talked last week, he was nasty. When we called him, when we called the guy, we said, "Hey, sir," I said, one of my drivers, well, too bad, and he was very combative and I'm like, man, and I said, sir, all we're trying to do is just get your stuff delivered, no problem. We'll reach out to the broker, we'll let you know what's good, boom, 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 and you were ready to go off, man. You were ready to go in, and I had to tell you put the phone on mute.
This is also true.
And in 20 minutes, he reached back out to me. He said, hey, first he told me I have a location in Ohio. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
And then he changed it to Michigan, which was in your favor because it was going in the direction of your pickup.
Yeah.
He gave us a contact. I said, hey, I call you. I said, where you at? You said the broker go. Now, another thing I told you, these brokers, when they find themselves in a situation, they'll leave you there and they go AWire. So you talk about
disappear for like 2 hours.
Right. But but we did not get mad in the 2 hours. We utilize it and we get the freight off. And end of the day is, man, this is why I said earlier, this is why it's so important. This is why I don't follow people. Because if people were following, most people follow people, they will tell you, oh, if I were this, bro, I would do this. Or what if I were thinking like you? What if I was like, well, let's go curse this guy out? I do the opposite of your anger because I knew, it's just like when Amani went to pick up the first load in Dallas. The pilot was too high. The lady were cursing me out. She was like, no, y'all book the load and y'all know. And I'm like, Mom, it was 5 pilots. I said, Mom, I will personally let them break one of the layer down and make an extra pallet, and we would not charge you. But she was already making her decision. No, I don't care about that. No, you guys show up with a wrong truck. I couldn't do nothing. What I'm gonna do? Right. I already get to the point I'm not gonna be able to please you. So I called my driver and I said, get out of there. Because that didn't satisfy you breaking one layer. All you have to do is break one layer down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. There's nothing I can do. So end of the day is we just move to the next one. And I said to her, when she was angry, I said, Mom, I'm just trying to make you happy, your customer happy, your load get delivered on time, your load still leave your warehouse. And she did not want to hear that. She was already angry, decide what she want to do. Hey, sometimes your professionalism works, sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, I remember
it is what it is.
When we did the consultation for the partial, and then we talked about the load board and that sort of thing. And you sent over some documents prior to our phone call. And it blew me away because I was under the assumption you just take the load that pays the most no matter where it goes. And I was ready to go into parts of the country that I shouldn't go from a financial standpoint. Right. And when I sat back and I digested the information, I'm like, oh, it makes so much sense. Right after the fact. But initially I was like, what? I'm not going to be limited. I got to go. But when I sat back and then I utilized and I stayed in the regions in which you outlined, it I'm telling you, it made me so much more money. It made me so much more money, and it kept a lot of headache away from me. So, the information that you provided, was professional. It wasn't, some gobbledygook. And it's been the blueprint that I run from when I make all these decisions to take the various loads.
Right. And Sirius was on the live a few weeks ago. He was talking about the fact that he leave from Texas and he just do Minnesota and back, and the Midwest, and they were saying that works for him because he tried Atlanta, he tried this, he tried that, and like I said, man, everybody just have to understand all this whole entire dot board, partial. Like you said, we said the timing.
Yeah.
Like I said early on, a lot of guys right now are stuck at a truck stop empty. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they had met dispatchers and trucker and brokers that just messed their whole entire week up. And they got it good because it's like their week started out fine, but not realizing that Monday going to be a holiday, you're going to be an extra day at the truck stop or an extra day at the hotel. It would have been better if you stayed where you at and load your truck Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You leave Saturday, run Saturday. So look, we were talking Thursday. You were going to do your 34-hour reset, and I tell you how to do it. Work perfect for you. And you wasn't even thinking like that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Works perfect. Yeah. It was the way I thought was the right way was clearly not the right way.
Right. And so it's things like these that I said, no, Mr. Smith, if you do it this way, it will work in your favor this way. If you do it this way, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, people just have to understand that that's what I always say in my life, man. There's a lot of money in this boxer business, but there's a way to do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
Exactly.
Like I said a second ago, I have to reiterate it. Take your time in getting into the business so that you can do it the right way. Because if you do it the wrong way, it will blow through all your capital that you have saved. And then you'll be in a far worse position because you've run up a bunch of debt and then you didn't get the results. So there is a right and a wrong way to do it. And, by me partnering with you, I've learned, the right way to do it.
Right. And even with the truck, when they were buying the truck and you come to me and I'm like, nope, leave that alone. Nope. Yeah,
I was going to buy totally different truck.
Right. And so
totally different truck. Yeah.
And you've been running ever since. And I said, okay, now you get the truck. This is how you got to do it.
Yep. And it's worked.
Right. And even believe it or not, even when I was talking to Mike Friday, because I told him that I'm gonna have you to pick up the load, come over, he was suggesting that why not let you bring the load over to him and drop it off Saturday, because they'll come and meet us. And I'm like, well, it wouldn't make any sense for him to come over here because he was frantic,
Right. Well, yeah, the situation.
It's $25,000 of stuff over there, and I get it. He wanted to make sure that he get his stuff, but at the time, it just did not make any sense to make you run over back, and then Amani would end up running back empty. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
And he was willing to pay more to get the load in it. You get what I'm saying? Because and I can read all the text. He's like, "Oh, your guy's checking this," and I'm like, don't worry, he's gonna because it's $25,000 worth of stuff, and I get what he's saying.
The stakes were high because if we didn't make that time frame, it would have been
a problem, right? But he was willing to pay more once it gets on the back of your truck to bring it to Jersey, just because he wanted to have that stuff at his facility to make sure it deliver on Tuesday. Now, Amani is gonna leave tonight to make sure that we guarantee that delivery tomorrow. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, man, not only people come and think this old box truck can just buy a truck and just jump on the road and just run.
No, so much more
that goes to it that people don't even see. That is, and that's a good thing about me breaking down stuff to people. I go in areas that people don't even. Like you said, man, I bring people in areas that they don't even think of. when they talk to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. 100%. 100%. These particular strategies and the blueprint that you laid out, it opened my eyes because there's things I didn't even think about because I didn't have the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to go into situations that cost me more. And there was a situation where you laid it out. I remember early on, you laid it out. I went in a different direction. And what happened? It cost me money.
Right.
Because I was being hard headed. I was like, oh, let me try this.
Right.
Nope. Didn't work. I said, okay.
Right.
Okay, we're not going to do that again because it cost me money.
And what did I say when you guys take your training and do whatever you want to do? I said, don't call and blame me. I don't want you to come on my live in the comment section say I screw you over because when I do your cost per mile, this is why. See, I already know how people think. Go look at all the contract and all the paper you sign. I make sure put it out there. Whatever decision you personally make outside of what I teach you, do not come and blame me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep,
because
100%.
I know people will take the training and go to Arizona.
I definitely haven't done that. Yeah, seriously.
People will do it and then they'll come on my live or they'll watch a video and say, this guy's BS. But when you look at what I said to them versus what they want to do, is the totally opposite.
Personal responsibility. You've got to take responsibility for your actions. You cannot blame someone else for your bad decisions.
Right.
And you have to, like, even before getting into this business, take some online courses, understand how business works, understand profit and loss, understand, like, there's some websites out there that give you all of these trucking terms. It's almost like a glossary, right? And so that when you're talking to people like Kirk, when you're talking to brokers, when you're talking to shippers, you'll have advanced knowledge on what's going on. So you won't walk in there looking unprepared. Right. Do your homework. Sit all the time you spend on Facebook, IG, and Snapchat and all that other stuff. Cut that out. Spend the time preparing yourself so when you hop in the business, you have that advanced knowledge on what's going on so you don't get taken advantage of. Because like Kirk said in another video, the brokers and the shippers will know that you don't know what you're talking about as soon as you open your mouth. Right. If you haven't prepared.
Right.
Prepared. Like, I spent a lot of time at home reading, studying before I hopped in because I didn't want to look like a fool when I got in front of these people, be it in person or on the phone.
Right. Do
your homework. Trust me, it will save you a lot of headache.
And just like one other thing I can say about you and Amani, which I find with previous drivers that I have is not only that, like you said, to talk to the brokers and knowing, but you got to be able to take instructions, man. I told Amani to print out the paperwork, right? To take to the shipper. And I told you to print out the paperwork. In past, I've told guys, print out the paperwork and then show up and trying to show them on their phone. And the lady's like, no, we need an actual BOL. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
The ability to be able to, can someone talk to you? Can someone, how good at you are listening and following instructions?
Are you coachable? Yeah.
Exactly. Are you coachable? Are you willing to, you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is just wasting your own time and delaying the process. You get what I'm saying? So I send you the paperwork, you print it out. I send Amani the paperwork, he printed out. But in past, I've sent the same paperwork, right, to other drivers, and they show up with their phone, and then they try to justify not printing the paperwork. Now you have to leave, go print it out 20 miles away when you had already passed 50 locations. But like I said, man, it's more than just getting in the truck and coming out here and running. That's why so many people lose so much money in a short period of time, because it's not the fact that it's not only that you lose that much money in the short period of time, but it's the fact that you're not coachable. You're not listening. You get what I'm saying? I ever come across one of my mentoree that I've trained that I find to be out of order or discipline. Most of the guys who have trained or come to me, they gravitate to me. I got guys right now. Look at Steve, man. Shout out to Steve. Steve is one of my first guy who came to me, and Steve cleaned to me. Like, this guy don't do nothing without consulting me. Nothing. Like he don't make a business decision without calling me. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, and this one, you know, like I said, man, it's all about mentoring and preparing and accept your own personal responsibility of taking charge and running a business. This is why I tell people all the time, man. Leaders are function way different than followers.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree. And I think one of the things that people have to understand is now that you own your own business, you have to operate it like a business. When you go to Walmart, they say they open at 7 o'clock, for instance. They open at 7 o'clock every day. They don't sometimes open at 7:30, sometimes open at 8, et cetera, et cetera. They stay on point every day. When you have your business, you have to be on time. You have to start every day like you're supposed to. Because you do it when you had a boss. When your boss told you to be at work at 8 o'clock, what did you do? You had your butt there at 8 o'clock.
Right.
Operate your business in the same professional manner. Okay. Do it consistently. When I have to be somewhere, I'm early. Just in case something happens. And you know what? The brokers appreciate that. And they will pay you more versus the other person because the other person is not as reliable. The load I'm on now, I've worked with this broker several times, and he pays above average because our relationship dictates that. Right.
Yep. And not only that, but you build a relationship. Look at Raul. If I call Raul, if Raul posts a load on the board for 1,200, I call Raul, I say, hey, that's a garbage rate. I need 17, 18. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Guess what? Raul is going to give it to me.
I've seen it firsthand. Yeah.
Raul will give me every single thing that he has in that load. Number one, because of my issue with him. Number two, because he knows that even if I have a breakdown, Raul knows I will still get the job done. You get what I'm saying?
Case in point with those canned goods.
Right. And so when we call that lady, people see me on YouTube and they don't even know the behind the scene.
Right.
When we were supposed to deliver those those stuff that you deliver, it was supposed to be last week, Saturday morning at 7:30. We called the lady, was real professional. She said, look, just come in, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
We'll work it in. We never be combative. We'll never be this. We'll never be that. And that was a distribution center. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just more than just buying a truck and coming out here. You have to be professional. You have to. It's totally different.
Yeah, because when I got to that facility, the person at the receiver, you know, she was combative, right? And I was like, okay, I can be here for a while if I come off the same way she's coming off.
Right.
She'll put me at the bottom of the list because we were unfortunately late, you know, due to unforeseen circumstances.
Right.
So I waited for a while, then I went back in, put the finesse on it. Said, man, you know, hey, you know, I only have X amount, you know, is there any way you can fit me in? Is there any way you could work me in? You know, and had a good conversation with her, joked around a little bit, boom. She pushed me to the front. I was able to get out of there a lot faster than I would have otherwise, you know. Same thing with the thing in Chicago. That was a major circus. And when I pulled up, I talked to the guy next to me. I said, how long you been here? And I was there at I don't know, I got there about 12:30, 12:45. He said he had been there since 7 in the morning.
Right.
And
man, but you were going in on those ladies, man.
You know, it's just
you were joking around. You were
because you can draw more flies with sugar than you can with shit. Okay.
You said she got her personal fridge with her.
You heard the conversation. You heard the finesse. You know, look,
I got a good relationship.
I got a good relationship with words. You know, words and I, we have a good relationship. And
Look at those lines, man. Look at that. You
man,
said she
look,
got a personal desk with a personal fridge.
because it was solely about getting the objective done. I knew I had to meet your guy. I knew we had to get it done and get it done the right way.
Oh man.
So I had to pull the tricks out of the bag, and it worked, you know, because we had a lot of things in common. You know, we spoke to that, and you know, it made the experience so much better. There was people waiting a lot longer than I waited.
Right.
You know, but because of the way I presented myself
Yep.
as a professional,
Boy, you pull that one off real good, man. I gotta give that to you. You remind me about one of the driver I got called Jose. My wife will usually say that he's very seductive.
well, you know, I looked at the bigger
man.
picture. I looked at the bigger picture. I said, you know, you got your guy coming, right? I got something I have to do. So I said, I need to make sure I nailed this for you because I gave you my word. I need to make sure I nail this for you. We get it done the right way so that everybody can be on their way, you know? And so that was the motivation in speaking to the lady at the pickup point, you know, hey, let me make sure I get this done the right way. And even when we packed it up, you know, Amani was like, man, you're really, really going above and beyond. I said, well, Kirk would and has done the same for me. So why would I not do the same for him? It's as simple as that. You know, and so again, it's the relationships that if you play your part in a relationship and do what you're supposed to do, the relationship will bear fruit.
Well, the same thing with Muhammad when he sent his driver over by Raul Warehouse to do the pickup. I called over there and spoke to Nikki and I said, hey, you see the truck at door 32? That's my truck. And she's like, oh, for real? I'm like, yep. She's like, okay, I'm gonna move him at the front of the line. He's gonna be next. He went there and spent 30 minutes.
Bam, let's go. Let's go.
So it's crazy. It's crazy, but
yeah. Yes, sir.
And even Amani, like we said, man, we dropped the what's the name on him, and unexpectedly, and he flew out to Texas, right?
Right.
Picked the truck up. And like I said, the broker didn't have, the shipper didn't have internet service, the whole shebang. But man, we get it done. It's Friday. Everybody was good. Everybody was happy. We're good to go. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, everybody who comes into this business, just like I said, you gotta be committed. You gotta be committed because the money is there. The money is good. You get what I'm saying? But I think people just need to stop look at the this old, you know, there's no shortcut.
Yeah, don't let YouTube fool you. Don't let YouTube or any of the other platforms fool you into thinking, hey, get a truck and then you live happily ever after. Like I was telling the dude in the comment section earlier, you know, I've been on the road for 2 weeks away from my family. But it's a commitment that I'm willing to make because it's going to pay and it has paid dividends and will continue to pay dividends, you know? So are you willing to make the commitment? Because there's going to be a sacrifice. There's going to be a sacrifice. And it's just, it's just a matter of, are you willing to make that sacrifice? And if you are, this business will take care of you. But if you like you've said in the past, so if you want to be home every night and you only want to go 500 miles, then your income is going to reflect that.
What do you say to people who think that they can put a radius on their truck and make because after all it is OTR, right? So you come in to do an OTR, and OTR mean OTR. If you want to do regional mean regional. If you want to say local, mean local. But there's people who come. What advice you tell people that was trying to come in the box truck, but then it's like they're trying to do this restriction, or they set up this scope that they want. It's kind of like still working, because I feel like a lot of people, they still trap in that work mindset. Right. Where you will, your employer will send you, like take for instance, years ago, I used to deliver for Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster back in the day?
Mhm.
And so they would load the truck Sunday. I would pick it up Monday. I got 3 days out, right? So I would leave Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I would finish in Connecticut and I would come back to Jersey, park the truck, but I'll stay at a hotel. I
Mhm.
think some of the guys who want to come in the box truck business, they still have that mindset and that mentality where if they're doing something for a former employer, they want to now transition that over to their business. But at the same time, they want to make that 9,000 a week and that 8 grand. And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you have to say to people who have that thinking?
Divorce yourself from that thinking right away. If you want to be successful in this business,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot expect to make, a tremendous amount of money, but put in still a minimum amount of work. Those two things,
Right.
they don't go together. If you want to make the big money, there is a commitment on your part that has to be had.
Mm-hmm.
If you can stay regional if you would like, that's fine. But when you, at the end of the week, when you're, netting $1,000, $1,200, then okay, that's what you get from the commitment that you give. The bigger
Mm-hmm.
the commitment, the bigger the result.
Right.
What are you willing to commit to? Okay. I, from day one, I said I wasn't going to put a limit on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't. And I've gone wherever the freight is. I've followed the freight.
Right.
If it made sense financially, I did it. And that commitment has put me in a far better position than I had when I was working in corporate America. And I was making, a very sizable income, had a great
Mm-hmm.
life, from a financial standpoint. But doing this and committing to getting the results that I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that was a differentiating factor, is the commitment to the results. And it's been hard, but it's been so worth it.
Right.
My
Right.
family has opportunities and such now because I've made this commitment.
Right.
I wouldn't change it for anything.
Right. I know you and the wife is gonna take 3 vacation and you're gonna
Yeah.
travel the
I'm saying 1, 2,
world.
3. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
going overseas to the Philippines for 10 days.
Right.
We're going to do Mexico for like 6 days. And we have another vacation in the US
Mm-hmm.
in July for like 8 days. And all of that has come about because of the commitment her and I had to ensuring that this works.
And that's another thing also, because even though you're gonna take this vacation, you're running your own business, so that's a big difference. But the freedom you have now to travel and do whatever you want to do, because if you were at corporate America, they'll be like, you get a certain amount of vacation time and time off, and there's always some type of restriction. But with this business that you have, you pretty much run your own show and you get to do whatever you want to do. So
yeah.
And I think people don't understand, man, like being your own boss and having your own company and running your own truck and doing your own factoring and making your own money. Even if you make $3,000 every week, you get what I'm saying? Even if you're netting 3 grand after all the expense, man, that's more than the average American. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. So, can't argue about that.
So you're doing that, and that's on the low end. You know what I mean? I got guys coming on here with their companies, and they're making like, the one guy make 9,800. They make the average 8 grand gross, but by the time they take out their gas and their expense, they might walk away with 5,600, 5,500. Even if they walk away with 5 grand, that's more money than that's more money than, and that's why I told these guys, like, for the guys who want to put these restrictions, you have your wife, you have your girlfriend that are working, right? And you want them to leave their job, you be the one out here pushing and committing so they can turn around and do their factoring, their paperwork. Take, for instance, my man down in North Carolina. He came to do the training, him and his wife. And guess what? His wife is his dispatcher now, doing partial.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, your income will be reflected by your restrictions.
exactly.
Simple as that.
Right. And so she's always gonna be working because you always want to come home. You get what I'm saying? And then you watch our live and our videos and you be like, this is not possible. Well, common sense would tell you that if Kirky Fresh is running from the East Coast to the West Coast and you're running from here to Kansas and back, you can't say it's not possible because I'm going further than you.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's just,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah. What's your commitment level? Are you committed to this? You were committed and are committed to your job. Your boss tell you to work 9 to 5 all of these days, all of these times, to crappy conditions. You're committed to that, and you're committed to having a cap on your income from your boss. Then they give you the 3% raise every year if you get that, but that's eaten up by inflation. You're still committed to that. So why not commit to owning your own business, running it the right way, and having all the benefits that come along with that?
I think that
choice is yours.
I think that people, I think that some people, I think some people are it's kind of like a culture shock for some people because you see the videos and the stuff, but I think once you get out here, it can be also a scary place and a lonely place. But it's only scary and lonely because you have the wrong set of people in your network. Because
if you're not prepared yet, that's when anxiety comes. Anxiety comes a lot of times from the lack of preparation in terms of this business.
Right.
You can reduce that when you've, like I said earlier, when you prepared, done your homework, read up on stuff, study. Then your anxiety goes down because you've mitigated a lot of factors, and like you said earlier, if you're pulling in what you said, $5,000 a week after everything is said and done, you do the math on that. That's equivalent to money that doctors make.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. You just do the math and you can look up these numbers.
Yeah. I'm still fighting with my wife to do the numbers online. And she said, nope. She's here. Let me ask her if she's here cleaning, but I still want to do a factoring. I wanted to come and show my factoring and how much money I make in a week, in a month. She was no, sir. But when we don't listen to wife, we end up in problems.
Right. So listen to her. It'll save you a ton of headache.
But I have personally shown you how much money I bring in my trucking company 1 year, just in 1 year.
Yeah, and that was inspiration because it not only motivated me, but it backed up everything I saw in the videos.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay, now I see. And so when you put those two things together, you put the factoring piece together, you put the videos together, then that fills in a lot of those blanks. And then that mentoring piece, right, that consultation piece will fill in those gaps, and you'll understand how to make it to the $10,000, $11,000, $13,000 a week. Then you'll understand.
Yeah, and I think that is just for me personally, but I think that was the missing piece for me doing the videos and trying to show everybody, because I like to be 100% transparent. So instead of showing the rate con, I wanted to do, log into my factoring company and do the breakdown just like how I do it, and I show it to you. And she was like, nope, she was totally against it. She said, nope. She said, and I have to respect what she said, because our reasoning behind it was, it's true, 100% true. She said, when you come on YouTube and you start to show people stuff, you start to prove to people, it's almost as if you have to constantly be proving to them.
It's never enough.
And she said, that's exactly what she was saying. So she said, if you start to show people this, and this, and this, then guess what? Everything about your channel going to have to be about proving this, and this. And that's why she said, nope. You
it's true.
Certain things, just leave it out of there. Just leave it out.
Yeah,
and she watched YouTube. She got a lot of people that she follow, not in a box shop, but her own thing. But she learned that from them, because she follow a lot of people that makes a lot of money, and she said, nope.
Look, you do that, and then the next thing after you show those screenshots that you sent me, next thing is somebody gonna ask you to go to the bank, behind the counter, and show the computer screen with the balances. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then they're gonna ask you to go into the vault, to the safe deposit boxes. Let me see what's in. Come on, man! Like it'll never be enough. It'll never be enough. Yeah, it'll never be enough. So I'm glad that you steered away from that. And
right, and so to back that up is when I decided I'm gonna show the partial, because the first thing I was gonna do was to show the amount of money I make, and she said, no, don't do that. But then I said, okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the partial and how I load my truck, and that's the closest thing that could give an idea of how much money I make and how I make the kind of money. But like I said, man, I can't go against what she say, and I'm still tempted sometimes to do it. But she's in the box. She's like, nope. The moment you put that video, I will plug the internet so you won't.
Don't do it. Don't do it, brother.
But you know, it's what people have to understand. I've been doing this for years. And I've been doing this long before coming YouTube. This is not I don't make this stuff up overnight. You get what I'm saying? Right. My track record is beyond YouTube. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, I got people I call. They're happy to hear from me because I've been around so long. I build a relationship. I was talking to, I don't remember if it was you or somebody else. I was telling people that TQL was one of the top paying brokers.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
TQL used to pay good. You know what I'm saying? Flock Freight, TQL, a lot of these companies, CH Robinson, some they when I first come out here, you used to. I think one of the most important thing I'm gonna do, and this is gonna, I gotta do some digging, but I'm gonna put together about 5 of the top brokers that are still out here, and I'm gonna go and get some old Raycon, and I'm gonna show you guys how much money they used to pay compared to now. You get what I'm saying? Because I think that's and I'm gonna try and go back as far as 3 years ago or 4 years ago to show guys TQL used to pay this amount doing this partial. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And so people can see what I'm talking about. I've been around that long, man. I've been around. I remember brokers used to put a load on the board for $1,200. It stayed on the board for 20 minutes and it would jump from 12 to 15 and nobody wouldn't take it. And it would just keep rising all the way up to 22, 25, sometimes even $3,000. And we're like, damn, where all of this extra money coming from? Nowadays, they don't find that no more. Yeah, nowadays, you don't find that no more because they're relying on banking on these inexperienced people to call them. And like I spoke to my boy Brad, who works for a decent broker company. He said that this is his word. He said, man, listen, I will give you the $1,800 to do the load, but right now I can get it the same load. I can get it done for $1,200. Raul told me that. Raul said, I will give you the full amount I have in it, but I can get it done with some new guy that don't know what's going on. The only difference with me versus a new guy is I have a track record and I am guaranteed because I've done work with them before. But the new guy, they pay less with you guys because it's more of a risk they're taking. You get what I'm saying? So they keep that money back just in case you mess up somewhere along the line and they got to either set a new truck or do something. You get what I'm saying? But for me, who is already out here in the business, they're going to give me whatever I want because they know once I pick it up, it's going to get delivered. You get what I'm saying? Just like your broker right now, the load you have, the same thing. He pays more than above because guess what? He knows he can rely on it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the experience and the relationship that we have dictates that, this particular load pays more than normal. And again, that comes from the hard work. That comes from, being very good with communication, being just committed to the situation as a whole.
Yeah.
I treat the load as if it was my money, and then that plays out when it's time to go back to that broker and command a higher price, then it's not a problem. I literally,
Right.
it's such a pleasant conversation when I talk to these guys. But
Mm-hmm.
that's a direct result of the relationship we have because of the commitment that I've put to the previous loads.
Right. I
So,
think that I think that guys who are coming out here, they definitely need to at least book a consultation and get an idea, because so many people are coming out here and the videos will tell you, the videos that put out here will tell you, like I said, I most of the videos is not based off of experience, it's based off an idea. You get what I'm saying? But when you talk to an experienced person that will say, look, I'm gonna sit down for an hour, I'm gonna talk to this guy, I'm gonna get my pen and paper, I'm gonna ask all my questions, I'm gonna write down all my notes, like what you did, right? You came
yep,
prepared. I think that it's better for you to sit down and speak to someone that have the knowledge and the experience, that's been in the business that you're trying to come into, have the business and have the ability not only to talk to you, but to break stuff down and say, look, if you do this, this, and this is going to happen. You get what I'm saying?
100%,
Um,
100%.
I don't think spending $120 is a bad deal, because like we
It's
said,
chump
man,
change.
like we said, you go and buy, you go and buy anything. Think about it. You go and buy anything that you want, right? But one of the greatest things you can ever know what to do is how to move it, keep your truck moving. Thank God we've been working for so many weeks, me and you, and we've been moving all over the place. And like I was said in the live, in the early on, I have never mentored anyone that so far that I've spoke to that having issues like getting stuck, don't understand what's going on.
It's true.
People call me all the time who book a consultation and get mentored and say, Kirk, man, I really appreciate you. Yo, you 100%. My business has been better. Man, I made this last week. I made this week. I got people come to me and they open up to me about not only that they're not only on a business level, but on a personal issue. You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? They start to make the kind of money that was being promoted on YouTube, but they just could not see and did not know how to get that money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
they need to
so,
call you for the consultation ASAP. Your email should be blowing up right now. Okay,
but
your
but
email should be blowing up.
but like I said, you came and other people came and they have make a change. You get what I'm saying? In their business. I got people come to me, they were using the dartboard wrong. Believe it or not, there are people who cannot use the dartboard. You get what I'm
Yep,
saying? People
yep.
came, they had a wrong package. You get what I'm saying? People came, they just have a whole bunch of different stuff that they were doing wrong. And when they came to me and they book a consultation and I helped them go back on course, them same set of people call me back and say, man, Kirk, I really appreciate you, bro. You really know what you're talking about. I'm not at the 13,000 I want to be, Kirk, but I'm at the $6,000. I'm going up to
Right,
the 7
right.
grand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was making 3 grand and 2 grand. You get what I'm saying? But at the
Book the
same
consultation,
time,
people.
is the understanding of knowing what to do and how to do it. And I
Yep.
think that's the most important thing. Man, you did it. You spend your money. You come. You make. You know what I mean?
Listen,
You talk all the time. Say anything I need, I can call you. You know. You say you know.
yeah,
It's
book
all
book
good.
the
You know what I mean?
consultation. Don't go buy those Jordans. Don't go buy any of those other liabilities. Invest in these assets that will pay dividends for years to come. Okay,
Yep.
trust
Yep.
me. Don't skip the vacation. It'll be
Mm-hmm.
okay. You can take better vacations later. Okay,
Oh yeah.
don't go buy those ugly Balenciaga tennis shoes, right? Or this Gucci bag or whatever it is until you have more than enough money to do so. Trust me.
It's crazy because you know what I find out too. Now that you bring up those stuff, believe it
Uh-oh.
or not, believe it or not. So what I've learned over the years, when you broke your yarn for certain things, believe it or not, the Gucci bag, the Jordans, the this, the that. But I find as time go by, when you work, especially when you work with your wife, when y'all work together and see how hard this money come, you have a distaste for those stuff.
Oh yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it just me alone, or is it?
No, that is true because
It's true.
obviously I'm in a better financial position now than I was, let's just say 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a desire to go blow it on those things.
So you think
know?
is the fact that you don't have the ability to get those stuff? Why people are what else is a reverse psychology where you want it but you can't afford it, but no, you can afford it, you don't want it.
Yeah, well, you look at a lot of people who are financially broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have all of these name brand items on and
Mm-hmm.
all of this flashy stuff. But then you turn to those people who really have substantial wealth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see all of that. You don't
Right.
see all that, and you can just go on Google and you can see many examples of that. And I operate under that same mindset. You know, we're sitting in a far better position than we were, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't desire to have those things that show off the money. No,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
no.
Yeah.
No shade to those people who do. Some people like that. For me, I'm not into those liabilities. I'm into the assets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that again, generational wealth is
Right.
accumulated, and so my youngins after me, they're straight, and then their youngins are going to be straight, et cetera, et cetera. But
Right.
it's all about the commitment that I made,
Mm-hmm.
to not only the wife but to the kids and their
Yep.
kids and so forth. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at, man. So I'm about to go get something to eat.
Yeah, no
uh
problem, man. Thank you for dropping in, man. But I
no,
really
thank you, brother.
appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you
And
for everything.
you know
I
what I mean?
cannot say it enough. I appreciate you and all the things that you've done, and keeping it 100 and
Mm-hmm.
being a person of high integrity.
Yeah.
Les Brown talks about only quality people, and you're definitely that. And so I appreciate you, brother. And if I can do
Yeah.
anything for you, my man, don't hesitate. Give me a call.
I know you, man.
I got your
Yeah.
back.
All right. And but yeah, man, I really appreciate what you did for me on Friday. And you know what I
Oh yeah,
mean, just
no doubt.
just you and Amani working together and get that stuff picked up and he's
I'll send
gonna
you the
drop it
invoice
off.
for 9 grand. I'll send you the invoice for 9 grand. I know
That's,
you got it.
that's nothing. That's nothing for that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
nothing for you, man. You
It's
know.
all good, baby.
All right, Mr. Smith. We'll
All
link
right.
up later. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Definitely.
All right, my
Peace.
man. Peace. All right. Peace. There you go, guys. There you go, guys. There you go, man. Man, listen, man. It's all about working together, networking together, and like I said, man, you come out here, you make this happen. You link with a guy like me, Mr. Smith. You guys see him on my live all the time, man. We don't come out here and make up stuff. You get what I'm saying? And for all the people who's trying to come in this box shop, man, we don't come out here and try to sell you a dream or sell you some type of failure. It's all about reality and keep you guys in the loop. And like I said, man, a lot of people come to me and do training, book a consultation, do training, whatever it is. It's not like that's not the end of the road for you guys. Like people reach out to me and people who are in my mentoring circle. Not only that, I have a client list, but I did phone calls the other day. A bunch of people had to reach out back to them, man, and they were making money. And I'm like, y'all cut me off. Y'all don't even call me no more. You get what I'm saying? And they were like, no, man, we busy out here running partial, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I stay committed to you guys because I want you guys to stay committed to your business. And it is what it is, man. Sometimes I come on these live and some people like what I say, some people don't like what I say, but at the end of the day, is what I'm saying is true. Is the truth. That's the main thing that's important. All right. But it's Memorial Day. I'm gonna let you guys go, eat some breakfast with your wife. Go sit down with wifey and your girlfriend and the little baby. Make sure the baby's in the boots of seat and talk about y'all business, man. You get what I'm saying? And y'all get your pen and paper. You know what I mean? And y'all write something down and come out here with the business plan and make some money. And like I said, man, stay away from a lot of these distractions that will make your business fail in no time, such as business loan and all these business credit line and all these other unimportant stuff that will crumble you in a short period of time. All right. Big up to my man Rick. All right. Man, look, man. Rick live in Tampa, Florida, man. I'm telling you, I would trade where I'm at for where he's at right now. But it is what it is, man. Thank you guys for dropping in the live, man. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Big up to all the people that was here. Big up to all the people who write it out, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Share the video. Share my live. And as you guys know, man, I'm always gonna be here keeping you guys in tune with what's going on. All right. It's Memorial Day. Go chill out. Go jerk some chicken with the wife. And make sure you jerk chicken with make sure you take the wife and the baby, man. All right. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Peace out. It's your boy Kirk back again with the next live, man. All right. Peace out. I will catch you on the next live, man. All right.